Oh, I clue what happened there. There we go. Well, I think Buck. I think 2-4 beat you. No, you know what it is, Ryan. What happens is because out in the West Coast here, like that, like once I leave the town, like once I leave the city, and like even if it's just like fucking 5 miles, the signal just drops like to nothing. And I know that, but I ventured too far, right? Because the roads out here or the highway out here, the Trans Canada is like going through Iowa. It's like the rollies, right? So if you get down into a pocket, you lose the signal completely. So it's like, oh well, oh well. So I apologize. Looks like 2-4 was first again. Buck slid in at a tight second, slid in right tight behind 2-4. I'm not sure how 2-4 feels about that. Yeah, Ryan, I didn't get lost. How you doing now? Hey, David, we're doing all right. We're doing all right, man. Not sure what's going on with this with these live streams, so it's I got that sun. Look at this. Holy fuck, man. Like this is look at that. Look at that. Damn it, boy. Look at that sunrise, Shannon. Man, like I said before, man, you give me a coffee and a cigar. Oh, I could sit and look at that. I could watch sunrises all day long. Sunsets are nice, but sunrises are just too good. Too good. Mm. Yeah, David, damn right it is. That's absolutely gorgeous. I got liquid sunshine down here. The hell is liquid sunshine, Jack? Loving it right now with my ground beans and triple shot of delicious fresh espresso. Atta girl. I've got I'm loving it because I'm taking the sun right in my face. I love the feeling of sunlight on my face. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really do. So I've got a good cigar, I got coffee, and I got the sun down beating down our blasting in my face here. I love it. Oh, get over yourself with the dirty windshield. Fuck. Yeah. How's that, Buck? Don't say I don't aim to please there, mijo. What are you thinking about that now? Are we doing better with that? Yeah, well, 2-4, you get to see two of them, right? And if you can find some guy in BC to watch next after me, you'll get to see it a third time. Hey, Royce, do me a favor, hit the like button. More adventure, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'll talk to you, but you know, not hit the like button. 17 is in here, only got 3 likes. Yeah, let's go. Shouldn't you be working right now? Well, you know, I don't know what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. Uh, where am I, Royce? Right now, I'm sitting out. I'm at home, or just on the outskirts of the town I live out in Western Canada in Alberta. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. Look at that. This is like one of those skies. What you're looking at right now. This is what you see in the movies, like all those old westerns. Look at that, man. Look at that sky. Isn't that gorgeous? What time is it? It's, 7, about 7:15 or give or take, something like that in the morning. JH, hi, more adventure, thumbs up. Quinn, good to see you, man. All in favor of maple syrup on ham steaks? Okay, yeah, I'll vote for that. Love bug. Mm. Oh, wow. What are your thoughts on the US tariffs against sporting goods, electronics, and dildos? And dildos? You asked me that yesterday. Is that Luke's hometown? No, this is beautiful Canada, man. It don't get no better looking than this. No, bus 'em right. Definitely not in Ontario. Absolutely not in Ontario. No. We are sitting almost dead center. Well, I'm dead center in the province east to west, but from the north to south, I'm in the southern part of Alberta. Oh, I learned from my dermatologist that 10 minutes of sun on any part of your body provides you with a daily vitamin D dose. That is very true. I already knew that, but thank you for sharing, Dr. Shannon. Mm. Notice how Shannon can walk into my live and order me around, eh? You know anybody else that can do that? Are we looking at the same sun right now? What's the matter with you? Of course you're looking at the same sun. Look at that. What do you think? I'm holding a postcard up and I'm just showing the postcard? My son in Fort Mac had his bike out. Oh, dude, they were all out yesterday. They were all out yesterday. Well, it was, well, we're gonna hit 18 today, 18 degrees today Celsius, so that's probably gonna be what, mid-60s, something like that. So, yeah, all the bikes were out yesterday, same day, will all be out again today. Trump put a 69% tariff on sunrises. Adventures, that's good. Oh, come on, man, that's actually pretty fucking funny, man. Although if he could, more adventures, if he could, I guarantee you, but he probably would. It wouldn't be something that I'd put past him. Jim 64, good to see you, Jim. Hey, man. 2-4, you got to suck it up, son. You got to suck it up. You really do, man. 18, what the fuck? It's -3 here now. Well, 18 degrees here. Dude, I was running around in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt yesterday, you know. There's my boy. Mr. B, how the hell are you, man? Good to see you from the big old state of North Crackalaca. Hey, good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in. How's Mrs. B doing? Give her my love. Tell her I love her very much. Mm. If the moon was made out of cheese, would I eat it? I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you though. Um, I've had my mouth in places that fucking most people probably wouldn't want. So you know what? If it's something I've never tried before, yeah, I'll try it out. If the moon was made of cheese. Ryan, low 36 to 64 high. Not bad. Noella, hi from Canada. Well, sweetheart, I am in Canada. I am in Western Canada. I'm out in Alberta right now. So, hi from Canada back at you. Victor, good to see you, man. How the hell you doing, man? Yeah, it's been a long time. I've not seen your name around. I've not seen you in here. You must have been busy. You must have been busy. Oh, yeah, Noella, where are you from? You don't have to say. Don't give me the town or anything, but what province are you in right now? Mm. Okay, so you're in BC. You're an hour behind me then. You're an hour behind me. It's 6:22 in BC right now. BC is a beautiful, beautiful province. Has some of the most beautiful countryside, has some of the most beautiful mountains and views, and you've got the ocean, and that's one thing. I don't want to live in BC, but I love to visit BC. You know, I know, heck, sure I would, and I would wash it down with a cool Budweiser. Well, I'm not allowed to drink, right? I'm not allowed to drink alcohol or partake in any kind of medicinal recreations. The provincial and federal governments prefer it that way, and everybody else around me just stays a lot safer when I don't. So, yeah, I can't wash it down with a Budweiser, but I'll be happy to sit there and wash it down with a couple of Dr. Peppers. Rehab my jumpers, knee new rules in Ontario on Z. What? Yeah, Noel, you're just saying that, yeah, you're agreeing that BC is beautiful. It is beautiful. Like I said, I don't think I'd want to live there, but I got no problem visiting there. It's absolutely gorgeous place to visit. I've been back and forth across those mountains more times than I can count. I'm a truck driver, so I've done it in a truck. I've done it in a car. I've done it on a motorcycle. Um, the only thing I haven't done across those mountains is walk. And if you ever see me walking, there's something wrong. More to the point, if you ever see me running, if you see me running, anybody ever sees me running, don't even ask what the fucking problem is. Just turn around and start running in the same direction I'm going because something really bad is coming. Well, Noella, thank you so much for coming in here. It's always, always, always a pleasure to have other Canadians in here. Most of our audience, most of the time, is American, only because there's just so many of those goddamn things running around. I mean, those people running around. To renew your AZ now, you can do Z endorsement from home. I did not know that. I did not know that. I am actually going for my medical today in Alberta because I'm transferring my Ontario license to my Alberta license, and I have to go get an Alberta medical because they will not recognize my Canadian one. And if I would have known, I just had the Canadian one done 2 weeks ago. Or the Canadian, sorry, the Ontario one 2 weeks ago. If I would have known this was going to happen, because I was under the impression, I was told that the Ontario medical would have been recognized. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have bothered with the Ontario. I'd have just come out here and got the Alberta one done. So now I got to pay for frickin' two of them. There's 330 million of us. That's a lot of yous running around. That's a lot of yous. 300. I think there's actually Mr. B's. I think there's more than 330 million. I think you're closer to about three. Canada's got 40 between. I think it's 45 point something million. I think the U.S. is 345 or 350. You guys are approximately 10 times our size population. Uh, Camille, I got too far out of town, dude. Sorry. I got too far out of town. I got down into one of the gullies, like I don't know what you call these goddamn things, these rolling hills. So when you get to the bottom of a rolling hill, I lost the signal. The stream froze up. It was a pain in the ass. I apologize. Soon we can rewrite in the future. Oh, well, you know what, Victor? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think honestly, if you're doing your medicals or not your medical, sorry, your license renewals, especially for in Ontario, it's Class A, right? Well, in Ontario, it's Class A. So if you're rewriting your Class A, I think personally you should have to go into the ministry, show your identification, show all of your proof of who you are and what you're doing, what you're doing. And then you should have to go into the little booth like I had to last time, and you take the test, right? You take the test because if you're doing it at home, Victor, who says that your brother Bob ain't doing it for you, right? Or you're not sitting there with another computer open with all the goddamn like, come on. How much more easy do they got to make it to get a fucking class 1 or an AZ license? So you've been sitting on the other stream that whole time? Sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, Camille. We are at 340.1 million. Well, that's probably you probably got the other 15 million that I was thinking are probably the illegals. Not, yeah, that's exactly what I was about, not including the ones not supposed to be. 347 million. There's a live there's a live camera. Okay, so um but still, even with a live camera watching you, dude, right? Even with a live camera fucking watching you, um, you're still I don't know. There's still too many ways. Come on. There's still way too many ways to get around that. To get around that. If, like, for example, say there's a live camera looking at me right now, right, and I'm doing the test or whatever. There's ways around everything. Okay, there's ways around everything. I don't know if the camera. Well, yeah, I don't know if the camera would be like here or here. If it would just be watching my face or whatever, whatever. I'm heading to Washington, North Carolina now. Well, you hooked up with fate. Now you can go hook up with Mr. and Mrs. B's. Go say hello. Mr. and Mrs. B's are at the top of my have to visit list. They really are. Mr. and Mr. B's, um, of course, Sterling and Red Lady are at the top of my list. Um, obviously Buck Brown. Um, Buck Brown's at the top of my list. I got to get down and see Sick Bastard. I know Sick Bastard's going live right now, or he's going live in a few. I got the notification he was going live in 30 minutes. I don't know if he's live yet or not. Mm, I may have time. You got time for what? You got time to hang out? You got time for me to come visit you? You're a big old truck driver, and there goes Sick Bastard's notification just went up now. Anybody wants to go watch Eric? Oh, is that a fat blunt? No, dude, that's a cigar. This one here is an Alec Bradley. Actually, yeah, this one's an Alec Bradley. It's not bad. Not too bad. No reload yet. Well, keep working. Steve's good for it. He's not going to leave you sitting. Mm. Scouts Rev C. There you go. Damn right. Although in Alberta, it's legal. I could sit here and smoke a joint right now, and there's nothing anybody could do it. I'm not driving. You know. Oh, I guess I'm just, craving a little some a little some. There you go, cookie. You wanna get some? Tell you what, you go roll yourself a big old fat doob that looks like that, that's that thick. You go get yourself a big old fat blunt that's that big, and you smoke that, and then come and try to talk to me. I don't know, 2-4, could you smoke a blunt that big and still walk and talk? I don't know. I know I couldn't. If I was standing beside 2-4 and he smoked a joint like this, I'd probably get a contact high and not be able to walk and talk. Camille, I would definitely somehow or another, um, I would love to meet you and your family. I truly, truly would, man. It would be my pleasure to meet you. Um, the only way to do it would be they're not the only way, but the easiest way to do it would be for you to come here. Um, we'd have to figure out we should actually do a fundraiser for Kumail for Kumail to come over, and we'll fly him over to my place, and then we'll have a huge fucking party, and all of you guys can come to my place, and we'll all meet Kumail. I could before I got arrested. I got 30 minutes left. Oh, you're gonna be smoking one, are you? That big when you finish work? There you go. I could, and I have. Well, Mr. B's. Okay, Mr. B's, you're in a different league here. Okay, you're in a different league. You come from a day and age when you were smoking fucking joints the size of fucking tree logs, right? That's where you come from. So yeah, I don't doubt for a minute. I don't doubt for a fucking minute that you could smoke that and still walk. I will bring the cornhole boards, Mr. B's. You bring the cornhole boards, man. I'm telling you right now, you bring them, and we'll do something. We're gonna get Camille over here. Maybe we could marry him off to Shannon. Eh? Well, you never know. So far, Shannon's got to marry Tolga. Um, if she wants me to work at Light Trucking, she has to marry me. So then she can have two husbands. We might as well throw Camille in the mix. What's going on, Holler? What? That's a dirty thing to say to me first thing in the morning. How dare you? I don't curse and swear and say dirty, rotten things to you, do I? Go to work. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, Holler. You go to work. Well, I know you're working. Actually, yeah, you should be working. You were out there cooking your ass off yesterday, so you better be working today. Flatbed, good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out with us again. I'm at work. I know you're at work. Mm. Tri-pack. I love the way Shannon compacts everything into just, that's a fuck. I got the trifecta now. Can have three husbands. Yeah. Well, you know what? You do what you got to do. Yeah. We gotta get Camille over here, though. We really do. Uh, how many drops you doing today, Holler? It's been a while. How your truck, Victor? The truck is doing what it's supposed to do. It's parked just up about a mile from here, about half a mile from my house, and I'm not working right this minute, right? I've decided to take just a little bit of time off, reacquaint myself, acclimatize myself to my new home. I've only been here like a little under a week. Um, yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking a little bit of time to myself, my girlfriend. We're gonna spend a little time together, and just like that. I'm not in a hurry to run off to work. I am gonna. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go back to work, but I'm not going back to work. Killing myself like I was before. That's not gonna happen. So in a divorce, would Shannon get one third or one and a half of everything? Oh, that's a good question. That is a damn good question. Well, if you know Shannon, she's not going to settle for the minimum, right? She'll never get to you know this. She'll never get taken to the cleaners. So yeah, she's probably going to be. Yeah, she'll probably take each of us for each of our halves. So she'll take half of my shit, which is about a pair of tennis shoes and maybe a couple of cigars. Is all she's going to get out of me. She's going to take half of Camille's shit and half of Tolga's shit. So hey, hello, thank you, Camille. Are you drunk? No. Are you? A tidal wave? Are you? No, I'm not drunk. It's 7:38 in the morning. There we go. Don't have a clue. Mm, Massachusetts. You know what, Camille? I don't know if we're still fucking live here. I don't know what happened there. I don't have a clue what happened there. We just lost the signal and now it just popped back. So 2-4, he gone. Victor, I don't know if I'm here or if I'm not. Somebody type something. I'm back. Okay, Victor, you're back. You're back. Ryan, okay, I'm good. No, what I was saying about what I was saying is Camille, that guy, uh, what the hell did it say? What the hell was his name? It was whatever Jason is telling. Still here waiting. Um, don't delete him. Don't delete him next time he comes in or whatever, something like that. Don't delete him. I'll play with him. I'll play with him. He thinks he knows stuff, and now the scary thing for him is, and this is what he doesn't. Well, this is what he doesn't realize is that we know. I know where he is. I know what he does. I know, at any given time, I can reach out and just fucking touch him anytime I want to. I've just chosen not to. And yet he's out here playing around doing all this stupid shit. And it's like some people don't learn lessons, you know? And if you're gonna play, you're gonna play with a snake, you're gonna get bit eventually. But what I was saying earlier before I think I got cut off. I don't know if you guys heard anything that I was saying, but um, you know, I'm nowhere near Red Deer. Yeah, that is Jason Rules. Camille, it is. I'm no, he thinks I'm up in Red Deer. Now, when I originally moved last year to Alberta, we moved to Lacombe, which is up by Red Deer. Now I am not living anywhere near Red Deer. Uh, the house is still up there; it's being sold. But I'm living in the southern part of Alberta. Uh, we're back, yeah. Flatbed, thanks for coming back in, saying hi. How are Dar and the kids? Well, Victor, obviously you've been away for a while, so I'll just basically break it down real quick for you, man. Dar and I split up a while back. Um, it was, it's an amicable divorce, and everything. We just decided, she's going to go her life, I'm going to go my life. My kids are fine. The kids are doing really well. Um, we got some of the kids came out to Alberta, so they're out here. They actually came down to my new place on Saturday and did dinner and met my girlfriend, and so that was actually really cool. Um, the other kids back home are all doing well and everything, but yeah, it was just one of those that it wasn't her and I weren't meant to be married anymore, and we just kind of boop, boop, and just now we're doing our own thing. She's got her own thing. She's got a new man, and I'm doing my own thing, and I've got a great girl. And you know what? So that's what we're doing. So Victor, there's the short version of it. Okay, Friday TV. Hey, I'm allergic to tomatoes. Well, hey, what, Friday? I'm not. Mm. I'm just gonna take a quick. Let me just fucking play. Yeah, we know who he is. 2-4. What what's going on, Tyrannus? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, we know who he is. Danny, Canadian, eh? Well, don't get no more Canadian than this, eh? Smoking on a cigar, Tim Hortons, extra large, double double. To get any more Canadian than that, Danny? What more do you want? Look at this. Look at the shirt. I love Canadian energy, which is oil and gas. Doesn't get any more Canadian than that, boy. Or I should say, doesn't get any more Canadian than that, boy. Hey, boy. Hey, my friends are beefing. Can you play support? What? No, we're not gonna banjo it. Go play somewhere else. Just so you guys do know, though, say, "Pat the fuck off, Ryan." Um, my girlfriend will not be participating in YouTube. It's something she's not interested in, and I respect that. And so we're not just gonna. In case any of you are ever gonna say, "Oh, what's her name?" or "Where's she from?" or anything, that's not gonna be forthcoming. Okay, um, just so you know. Greetings from Iceland. Hey, Bjorn, good to see you. Thanks for coming to Iceland. Thanks for coming to Iceland. Thanks for coming into us from Iceland. Bjorn, what time is it in Iceland right now? Guy or G? Guy. It's Guy. Guy Lafleur. Guy Laporte. It's still spelt the same though, Tyrannus. It's still spelt the same, right? Nobody ever called him Guy Lafleur, right? It's Guy Lafleur. Are you a newfie? No. Z or Z? It's Z. A B C Q R S T V W X Y Z. Z. Not Z. I think Americans is Z, right? It's 1:50 p.m. Okay, man. So you're what? About 6 hours ahead of us. Yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of us right now. It's dang, talk about life changes. I hope your lady friend is only 19. No, man, she's not 19, you know? That would have a certain level of creep factor to it, considering that my oldest daughter is 33. My youngest daughter, right? All six of them, your oldest is 33, my youngest is 23. So there'd be a certain level of creep factor just for me personally if my girlfriend was younger than my youngest daughter. I don't know. I don't know. Bootlicker, I don't know about you, but I couldn't. I don't think I could make that. I don't think I could make that work. I don't need a seatbelt while sitting on a side road. Yeah, that'd be weird as fuck. You're right. It really would. So no, she's not 19. She is above the age of. Put it this way: she's over 19, but she's under 55. I'm 55, so she's younger than me, but older than my oldest daughter. So she's in there. How's that? That work? And that's all you're getting, boys and girls. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, she's beautiful. How's that? I gotta throw that out there. I'd seriously slap the shit out of you. You'd slap the shit out of me for what? Oh, if my girlfriend was 19? Yeah, Shannon, I would seriously expect a few people would probably slap the shit out of me if my girlfriend was 19. She's not 19, Shannon, don't worry. She's old enough to know better, but young enough to do it again. You seem really cool. Just subscribe. Have to go, but I'll back for another live stream. It was nice. Hey, man, Bjorn, pop in anytime, brother. Speak your mind. Say whatever you want. We talk about anything. Like I said, I'm just out here watching sunrises for the next couple of days. Right. My lady, she works certain shifts, and so she works a shift where she works so many in a block, and then she gets like she gets like a block of days off. So she's coming up shortly on her block of days off, and then we're going to be spending more time. So I've really got not a whole lot to do first thing in the morning. Drive her to work. I do take the dog for a walk, and I do some other shit, and then I do this. So top or bottom? What are you interested, blind sheep? What are you lonely? No. Good for you, brother. Still looking for a lady under 55 myself, and I'm only 30. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Mr. Bees would pay $5 to watch Shannon slap the shit out of me. Mr. Bees, I bet you there's people out there that pay a whole lot more than that to watch Shannon slap the living shit out of me. I can run faster scared than she can mad, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Unofficial. Hey, good to see you. Hey. Love the grannies, especially when they take their teeth out. Well, no, mine's got all her teeth, and they're working. Okay, $10. 2 4 is up to 100. 2 4 will pay $100 to watch Shannon. So far we've got 515, 115, 106. Now we're up to $165 to watch Shannon slap the shit out of me. Guys, we're not doing a live, or like, well, I'm not doing a fundraiser live to watch, see how much money we can raise. Now, hold on. If we want to raise money for the Forgotten Angels, okay. Yeah, look at this. Look at it. New fundraising idea. Forget it, Shannon. Unless if you want to raise money for the Forgotten Angels, I will. Okay, we will take the donations. We'll do it the right way. We'll take the donations and we will set it up. And I will go hook up with Shannon. And for the amount of money that we raise, she gets one shot. One shot, okay? To slap the living shit out of me. How much to get in line? Yeah, right. Well, you know what? You guys start throwing money out there. You start throwing enough fucking money out there. I'll let you know if the dollars get high enough. I'll let anybody take a swing. I really will. You put money in on the line, now, especially for the Forgotten Angels. For them, I'll do it. We could mud wrestle. Oh man, are you kidding me? No, I'm not mud wrestling. I am way too old and out of shape for that. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. Slap to the nuts. Yeah, that would be mine. Leo August, you old. Am I old? What is old? What is old? Leo, how old am I, Leo? Excuse me. Okay, we can mud thumb wrestle. There, you know what? Sign me up for that. Sign me up for that. I will mud thumb wrestle you. We'll have dirty thumbs, and we'll do the mud wrestling. I don't know, Shannon. I know where you come from, and I know the strength that you hold in those hands and arms. I don't know if I want to fuck with you. What's going on, Robin? Damn it, boy! It's good to see you. How the hell are you doing, son? Where am I? I'm at home in Alberta, man. I am at home in Alberta. I am sitting in a parking lot, watching the sunrise, having a smoke, finishing on the rest of my coffee. Ah, it's all in the core strength. Yeah, well, I'm still not messing with you. Forget it. Will Burner still has to wear the bikini, though. If I have to wear the bikini, so does Shannon. If I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, it's gonna be at full entertainment value. Let me tell you. Oh, right on. 6 years. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations to both you and Sandra. What country are you from? Leo, I'm Canadian, man. I'm up in Canada. 6 6 years married to your hand. Well, that no, that was the pre-marriage, right? Okay. All right. We better raise a lot of money, Shannon. If both if we're gonna be both in bikinis, mud thumb wrestling. Ah, oi, oi. Have you got a license for that cigar? No, I don't have a license. I am smoking an unlicensed cigar. So I got my eyes open for the RCMP. They could swing in any time and cite me for smoking an unlicensed cigar. Must be good. Yeah. You like the sweater, Robin? You like this one? Hey, not bad, eh? Supporting Alberta oil and gas, baby. That's what we're doing out here. Uh, yeah, Tyrannus. Like I said, I got the opportunity to haul cattle. I can make good money doing it, but bro, I don't know. Like you said, you got to turn out the stalls or the trailers and everything. And they were very honest. They said you have to be able to crawl around on your hands and knees for over almost an hour to go through all the compartments and everything. And up to that, I was actually going, yeah, I could do this because it was really good. It was to go from like Alberta, like Calgary, Alberta, out to Saskatchewan. So like that back and forth type shit like that, and that's pretty much day work. Right? So you're out for a day, you come home for a day, you're out for a day, come back for a day, or you're home for a day, and it looked really good. The money was good and everything like that. But then it was the yeah, you got to climb around in the stalls. Yeah, exactly. And you're crawling around in shit, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. Tolga, there's our boy from Turkey. Good to see you, Tolga. So now we have Tolga and Camille both in the house. Everybody beware. Damn good to see you, Tolga. Mm. So, Robin, how's that other part of your life coming along? I'm not going to say a goddamn word here, but you know what I'm talking about. We were talking about it on your live. How you doing with that, and how you feeling? And how is it in Canada, Leo? Right now, it feels well. First of all, it feels awesome to be Canadian. Just in case you're wondering what it feels like to be a Canadian, it's awesome. And right now, I've got what's the temperature here? I got 6 degrees. A beautiful sunrise. Arm out the window, smoking a cigar, drinking a coffee. So, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I smoke 2 blunts before I smoke 2 blunts, and then I smoke 2 blunts. Well, you need a little warm up, Kenny. Right? You need a little warm up. Like this morning, I have to go. I take my girlfriend to work, and we stop at Tim Hortons and get coffee. But before I do that, I have a coffee at home, right? So I have a coffee at home because I'm waiting for my coffee at Tim Hortons. So you gotta do the same thing, or you do the same thing with blunts that I do with coffee. Couldn't catch the last one, but I'm glad I'm catching it. Hey, Tolga, you're the man. You're my boy. You come in here anytime you want. Danny, where am I in Canada? I'm in Alberta. I'm in Alberta. I'm in the second last province next to BC out west. So yeah, I'm right now I'm about 70 miles east of Calgary. Jason, my morning's going really good, man. Really, it is. I did a live yesterday. Kind of did the same thing. We sat around, watched the sun. Actually, the sun has just tucked itself in behind a cloud up there. So where it's not that it's not too bad. So Jason, my morning's going good. Like, how do you complain about this? Got a beautiful day. I got a decent smoke. I got coffee. I got, just sitting around, got nothing really to do. I'm an Uber driver. No, we're not driving Uber. I tell you that, to guarantee you that. Alberta is the best. Well, it is the best that I've been able to find in Canada. Let's put it that way. Okay, it really is. It's the best I've been able to find in Canada. I was hiding in the bush. News flow isn't stopping, man. Recent political stuff has screwed up my whole schedule because I have to read more and more. Yeah, reading sucks, doesn't it? How have you been? I miss you too. Fuck, man. We're all doing good, brother. We'll always be here for when you're ready and you've got nothing to do and you want to hang out. You know where we're at, man. I'm not being an ass, but you look so similar. Okay. Oh, to the angry. What's that? To the angry grandpa's lost son. Oh, dude, don't worry about insulting me. There's nothing you can do or say that's going to insult me or hurt my feelings. It's one of those that I don't care. Right? You're welcome to come on here and call me whatever you want and say whatever you want. Um, just I have a simple thing. I have a simple thing in life, right? You don't put your hands. You don't fuck with my truck. You don't fucking put your hand on my woman, and you don't fuck with my dog. Right? As long as you can abide by all of these, by those three things, you're good in my book. All right. Brooks, Alberta. No, I'm not in Brooks. Who the fuck wants to live in Brooks? It stinks. Robin Brooks is nothing but well, it's a cattle town, right? They got that big old slaughterhouse up there. They got that big old place up there, and it just stinks. So no, we're not living in Brooks. I'm nowhere near Brooks. I'm coming to the realization that if I get out of the truck to be around the house, I'll end up divorced. Yeah, well, you know what? That happens. It does happen. Um, I'm at the point now where I just don't want to do it anymore, Tyrannus. I think I've touched on it briefly yesterday that I love driving my truck. I love being a truck driver. I love doing the job, and I'm good at it. At least I think I am. I'm fairly good at it, and I've been fairly successful at it as an owner operator for 24 years. But I don't have the. I'm tired of the business. And that's what I think you'd mentioned that yesterday, or I think it was flatbed. And it's like, I'm tired of the business. I don't wanna fucking play the business. The trucking business is so cutthroat and so dirty now. Um, it's such a shitty fucking business to be in. It really is. It's not a good business to be in, you know? It's not like it was where, deals were made on a handshake 20 years ago and things were good and, you know, you could go to work and you had that fire, you had that spark. I have the fire and the spark because I love driving the truck, but I just don't wanna do the fucking business anymore, man. I really don't. I've fucking got no interest in it. I'm watching what's going on with a lot of my friends, right, that are trying to run the spot market, and they're trying to fucking do this, and they're trying to keep their business afloat, and they're fucking dying. Right? Because the margins are so goddamn small that, you can make really, really, really good money and then one check engine light and boom, you're fucking back to 0. Or you're in debt, right? You gotta dig your way out of that, get back up to 0, then start making money again, and then, it's not a matter of if you're gonna take a check engine light, it's a matter of when, because you will, right? It's just a matter of that. Stop the hate. Ooh, what kind of dog do I have? It's a King Charles Spaniel. He's just a little fucker. He's just a little fucker. He's 13 years old. His name is Charlie. He's 13 years old. He originally was he came in the truck with me, but I had to retire him. He got a little too old to be out in the truck, so I had to retire him. So now he's a home. He's just out. Basically, he just lays on the couch all day. He lays on the couch or he lays in his dog bed, and he just has he's retired. He's fully retired. Got a good life. So, um, but he can still go for short jaunts. He loves going. Like he loved like when I originally moved out to Alberta last year. He was in the truck with me for the drive out. He loved it. Absolutely had a fucking blast. But I don't think I'd want to do like any long term trucking with him. He's just a little too old. He's the second dog I've retired. I retired my other dog Cassie. Um, and she made it. I think she made it to 13 years old as well. We put her down 2 years ago. She was just old. So what truck driving? What truck am I driving, Jason? I've got a 2020 Cascadia. I still do beer for breakfast morning show. Yeah, lot lizards aren't even good anymore. Well, Flips, I'll take your word for it because I don't think they were all that good back in the day either. Only one making money in the trucking and the one selling the trucks. Yep, you know what? You're probably right, Camille. Absolutely. Hopefully you are not getting too stressed because of all that. No. Tyrannus, I agree. I agree. Are definitely worse nowadays. Yeah. I know a couple of carriers where the ownership is now actually, I hate to say this, but they're actually looking to move to the US because of the business and the nature of the business up in here in Canada. It's not worth it for them to do that anymore. It's not worth it for them to work up here anymore. Had a friend show up to work with the yard locked shut and insurance canceled 1 week before his daughter was scheduled for surgery. No notice. Dude, that's happening all the time. The industry values young and dumb versus old and experienced purely because of the lowest wage. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They will take guys right out of school. Like they always say, oh, you got to have 2 years driving experience. That's a load of shit. Okay, Tyrannus, that is a load of shit right there. I guarantee you. There's a fucking truck going by me right now. Okay, and by the name on the door, I can tell you right now that guy's probably got about 6 months. 6 months. Yeah, they will pay for young and inexperienced because they can pay them less. Right? They can pay them less. I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna run my truck for $1.40 a fucking mile. I'm not, right? I have expenses, I have a life, I have this, I have that, and I have enough experience that a valued carrier should be able to go, wait a minute, okay, this guy's been in the business. He's done reefers, excuse me, flatbed, step deck, oversize, heavy haul. Um, my resume is fairly filled out. I've never done tanker or anything like that. But they should be companies. If it was any other business, they would pay you for that experience. Okay, this guy's coming in with 30 something plus years of fucking experience. Top dollar. Let's get as much out of him as we can for our money. It doesn't work like that. Flatbed, yeah, you can stay a company driver. I don't discourage anybody from becoming an owner operator. I still think that the industry and the business needs it. Okay, it does. But it's the problem we've got is if you're going to make that jump, you need to be very, very, very selective for the carrier to put yourself onto. Or if you're going to run your own authorities and you're going to run your own numbers, flatbed, you better have some good people backing you up and you better have a bankroll put away. right? You're not gonna do that with 5,000 bucks in the bank and just go and think you're gonna that doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. Stop bragging. Nobody's bragging. There's not a single person on here besides you, Steven, that doesn't know my trucking experience. My channel is wide open. Go look at the videos. You hear about the semi hit and run on Stony Trail last week? Poor woman got smashed in a bad snowstorm, and the kid trucker just drove away. I didn't hear about that, bootlicker. No, unfortunately, I didn't hear that. That's too bad. You should get $18 a mile minimum. Sure, I agree. I like the way you're thinking. It's never going to happen. I think right now the North America is standard right now for last week and the week before. I think was a dollar what, a dollar 80 something. $1.80 something a mile was the average. I'm not saying that's what everybody ran for. There was loads out there paying much more than that, but there are loads out there right now that are you can go on any of the 3 load boards, and you look at loads, and there's loads out there that are paying a fucking dollar and 90 cents a mile, the dollar a mile. A dollar. I wouldn't start my truck. It would cost me more than a dollar a mile just to turn the truck on and burn the fuel to get the thing warmed up. I wouldn't even start the truck for that. I need the well, that's the other thing. At flatbed, you need the benefits. You need the benefits. I have benefits. I pay for them separately. And dude, it's not fucking cheap. It's not cheap. Now, of course, yeah, it's a tax deduction, it's expense. It still ain't fucking cheap. Yeah, and you still gotta take that money, still gotta come out of your pocket. And I think Cure is smoking one of these, but with the funny tobacco in it. That's all the industries nowadays. What the last I watched before getting my own, I let go 20-year-old that never had a job before but had an associate degree. That's the funny thing as well. You look around these days, and there's guys out here doing jobs that have university fucking degrees, master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, all that kind of shit. And they went to fucking university, dropped 100 grand on university, and they can't get a job in their own field. Right? And now they're either driving a truck, driving a cab, doing an Uber. Wow. When you getting back on the road? Rob and I have not decided. It's gonna be shortly. Obviously, I can't afford to sit around with my thumb in my ass, for an extended period of time. But I'm just gonna take a little time and relax. Relax. I've worked very, very hard over the last year and a half, and I need some time off to unwind and get my shit together and get my head right, and I want to enjoy myself a little. I want to do some touring around, and me and the girlfriend are going to go do some things. We're going to take off for a couple of days and look at some stuff, and I just need to get relaxed and get right. Plays on the freeway. There's our boy. Haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I haven't been live in a while, so that's why I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, my brother. Dancing on the Sun. I pay my drivers 75 cents a mile. Now, Air, Dancing on the Sun, that's not a bad wage. That's actually quite good, 75 cents a mile, right? But I'm not a company driver, I'm an owner operator, right? I can't run for 75 cents a mile. You pay me 75 cents a mile, I'm not taking your load. But as a company ride, if I was a company driver and you were an employer and you have a truck for me to drive, and all my responsibility is just to drive your truck and do the job, 75 cents a mile, pretty goddamn good. Right? So if it's a company ride, so 75 cents a mile plus benefits, um, not a bad deal at all. I would work for 75 cents a mile. Is a stubby, right? No, it's not a stubby. Damn weather's kicking your old ass today, dude. Because if they're being imported, I'd push my government to ban sales to the U.S. to deprive Donald Trump of further supplies. Levolp, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a whole bunch of shit going down. There's going to be a whole bunch of retaliatory. We're not going to run down the political world today. Really, we're not. But I'm going to tell you right now, these tariffs and everything are going to hurt the Americans, unfortunately, more than they're going to hurt us. And I had this. this discussion yesterday with somebody, and I wasn't, I'm not about to argue with anybody. I value everybody's opinion here, and you're entitled to say whatever you want on my channel. Please go ahead. But know that if there's something that I don't agree with, I'm going to discuss it with you. So I think that the Americans are going to get hurt financially and economically a lot worse than we are. Okay, because in Canada we can support ourselves. The Americans import more from us than we import from them. Right? If we don't have to import anything, and anything that we do import from the Americans, we can make ourselves. We just do it because it's cheaper to get it from you. But if we have to, we can make it ourselves, or we can get it from other sources. We don't have to get it from the Americans. And um, unfortunately, the Americans are going to get hurt. Quinn, have I ever considered getting my heavy equipment operator's license? I have considered it. At this point in my life, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. I'm back, fuckers. Okay. I like how David Edwards enters the room. Good for you. Mm-mm. Took a pay raise, got 50% pay increase. Nothing wrong with that, brother. Ronnie Bush, hey, Ronnie likes Trump. He's a Trumpster. Keep it going. What's going on, Flip? Good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you around. Have you been doing anything? I'm subscribed to your channel. I got the notifications on. I really haven't seen you doing anything lately. That's awesome. Look after yourself. Robin, um, always take care of number one, right? Heavy equipment is not easy on the body, worse than trucking. Well, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Hold on, we're getting emails. I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. No, I'm not a prophet, but when I'm working, I know how to make a profit. I can make you a profit. If you want to go trucking and you want to partner up with me and go into business with me, I'll make you a profit. But am I a prophet? No. Trumpster, you're a prophet. As an American, as a Canadian, it makes no difference whether I'm Trump or fucking anything like that. It makes no goddamn. My opinion doesn't, or my opinion has carries no weight, right? Do I support Trump? Um, as a human being, I think he's got some. I think he's got some things that he's lacking. There's some areas of his life that he's lacking. As a politician, he's ruthless. As a businessman, he's ruthless. I think what's good for the Americans is that Trumpy Trump is very unpredictable. And that scares politicians. When you've got long-term lifetime politicians, I mean, guys that came into politics in their early 20s and now they're in their 70s, right? It's all they've done. And then somebody like Trump comes in and he's unpredictable. And he's got no, well, he does have a term of presidency already, but when he first came in, they didn't know what was gonna happen. Everybody was on edge. I think that was the greatest thing in the world. Really, I do. I think that was the greatest thing in the world. And whether I like him personally or not, I did, obviously his first term of his presidency, the very first term. Let's face it, man. You people down there, you guys were all going back to work. Your economy surged. Your GDP was going in the right direction, right? All of that was going well, and that wasn't because of Obama left him in good shape, because Obama didn't leave him in good shape. And again, we're not going down this, but I'm just saying, do I like Trump? No. Do I think that he's put some good policies in place? Yes. But do I also think he's put some bad policies in place? Absolutely. Absolutely. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if I can get this log lit and see if we can smoke the rest of it. Mm. Bankrupted a casino, been sued 4,000. Well, you know what, Nathan? Yeah, I'm not saying that every financial decision the man's made has been right. Really, you know, um, he has done some things. Obviously, made some bad decisions, made some bad calls, whatever. Um, do I think what is he the best thing for your country? Maybe, maybe not. Fuck, I don't know. I gotta wait and see. All I know is with these tariffs right now, with all these tariffs and all this shit going on right now, nobody has a fucking clue what's going on. Where do you think the industry will be in 5 years? I think it'll be in the shitter, buddy. I think it'll be in the fucking shitter. If certain things don't change, um, if David, we're not going to be looking at automated trucking in the next 5 years. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. We're not going to have automated trucks. We're not going to have the industry's not going to battery powered fucking trucks. We don't have the infrastructure for it. It's going to take 60 years, 60 more years to put the infrastructure in place to have, fully fucking battery operated trucks. And the batteries alone don't work. They just don't work properly. You can't get the mileage out of them, the range out of them. There's so much, Dave, right? So from the equipment standpoint, I think we're going to be driving diesels probably for the next 20 years. 20 years. From the industry, I think if the government can keep its dirty little fucking grubby fingers out of it, and fucking all the governing bodies, the FSMCA, the OOIDA, the OTA, the OTLA, the fucking all of those fucking motherfuckers. I think if they can keep their fucking, because 90% of the people making policy for the trucking industry have never driven a truck, have never been in the business, right? It's money. They're looking at the fucking money. That's all it is. All we are is a wheelhouse for fucking money. And the trucking industry is a printing press for money. Really. Right? So the tax revenue, the generated revenue that comes out of the trucking industry going to the government is ridiculous. So I don't know. I think the rates do have to come up, but as long as there are people in this industry doing jobs that I do that are willing to run for $1.10 a mile, the rates will never come up. Because even if you look on a load board, if that load will sit there for 3 days, somebody will eventually fucking take that load. Eventually, that load gets took. 25 anomaly here. Let's run down something really quick here, anomaly. Okay. Let's talk about the batteries. Okay. Never mind the fact about the range but let's just talk about this. Okay. For and the lifespan of these batteries that are on these trucks. Okay. So we'll start at the very beginning, and we'll do this real quick, anomaly, because I don't have all day to fucking discuss this. But the life of a battery when it starts, where do they get the material? They're digging it out of the ground, right? Everybody play along here. If you know the answers, spit it out. So they dig it out of the ground. And what are they digging it out of the ground with? Not battery operated fucking earth movers and diggers and excavators and cranes and all that. It's all done by diesel, right? So that's how it starts. It comes out of the ground, and first of all, it's the first step. And then what happens to it? It goes on a truck, right? And then what's running that truck? A big old fat diesel engine, right? So far. So now we've gone from a diesel excavator and equipment to get it out of the ground. We've gone on to a diesel truck, right? And then it'll either go from there to a refinery, or it'll go from there onto a boat to a port, and then it goes onto a boat. Okay, so now we're on a boat. Do you know how much diesel one of them clunker boats runs to go from over in Europe over back over to North America? Okay, so now we're on a boat. How much diesel that is? How much oil is that burning? Right, a fuck ton. So now, okay, now let's just say it gets here. What happens? What happens once it's here? Right? What happens once it's here? Well, once it gets here, um, then it goes to refinery place. Well, first of all, it comes off the boat and goes onto another truck. So now we've got another diesel engine from the boat, from the truck onto a truck. Then it goes to a refinery. Then it goes, or it gets refined. Da 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 da. And then what happens? What happens? Of course, it goes onto another fucking truck. By the to make this real short, from the time it starts its life until it's a finished battery and they're dropping it into the truck, the carbon footprint it is put in place to build that battery in its lifetime will not make up that carbon footprint. It's not beneficial. By the time that battery is all used up, it has not covered the carbon footprint it took to make the battery. So what are we doing? So now you've got a battery that's got a lifespan of what, 3 to 5 years best. And what are we doing with them? Well, in the beginning, we were just burying them in the dirt because there was no. Now you can recycle them, or there's a way to recycle some of them, not all of them. You can recycle some of them. Okay, so now we've got that. So does the carbon footprint of making that battery anomaly, is that justify the actual life of the battery? No, it doesn't. That battery is costing more to the environment than it is going to like save the environment in its lifetime. It doesn't make sense. Hi from Indonesia. Well, man, good to see you from Indonesia, Nathaniel. Thanks for popping in again. Mini nuclear reactors as a solution. If the overloads were serious about the unlimited energy, I can't disagree with you. But man, you can't have mini nuclear reactors in every town. You just can't do it. Diesel will never die. Well, here's the problem, right? Anybody ever watched the show Landman? He made a statement, and it was the land was the show, but it's funny. But he made a statement, and a couple of us actually went and checked it out, and the show was correct. The industry is set up right now to run for another 100. It's the infrastructure and everything like that. We are going to be dependent on fossil fuels for the next 125 years, 120 years. Yet we're going to run out of fucking oil before we get there. Somebody do the math on that. Somebody do the math on that. All that makes sense. I don't think the battery technology is ready. But just mean we are one or two big technology changes from legitimately reducing diesel usage. They're already reducing diesel usage, but it's not going to be replaced. It's not going to be replaced. You can run it on vegetable oil if you want. Well, you can run a truck on vegetable oil. You can run it on heating oil. You can run it on all kinds of oil. But I'm telling you right now, my truck, runs 9 miles to the gallon running on diesel. It's not going to run 9 miles to the gallon on vegetable oil. That's just a fact. Mr. Bees is back. I like how he's kicked in the door. That's how you do it. All caps. Good for you. Thanks for popping in again, brother. Plays on the field. I hate math, dude. So do I. I just gave myself a five. I probably shortened my life by about fucking 10 minutes doing all that. Toga, you know what? I'm not going to doubt for a minute that The battery technology is not gonna get better. It will. It will get better. Battery technology is eventually gonna get better. As things go on, they're gonna discover new things. There's always new technologies. But what we're talking right at the moment, the cost to the environment of making the battery does not pay for. It does not cover that cost. By the time you start using that battery to the time that it dies, the carbon footprint doesn't get covered. That's all I'm saying. You can make your own vegetable oil and your own alcohol for gasoline engines. You know what? Bootlicker, you're I don't know. You're probably right. You could be right. I don't know. I'm ignorant in that fact. I don't have a clue. But let's just say, bootlicker, you and me get together on Monday, right? And we go, okay, we're going to start producing, making our own vegetable oil and our own alcohol for gasoline engines, and we're going to start doing this. Um, how long is it? Do you think before the federal government steps in and goes, whoa, wait a minute here, whoa, what do you boys think you're doing? What do you think's going on here? No, 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 you can't do that, right? Everybody's going to want their piece. Everybody's going to want their piece. There's our girl. How we doing, Dewana? Good to see you today this morning. Good to see you today this morning. Good to see you this morning, sweetheart. JD Vance, is this angry grandpa? No, nobody's angry here today. Uh, make your own. Does that take a lot of work though? Well, who knows? I don't have the facilities at my house to set up, right? Um, I don't have the facilities at my house to set up to make my own, but to refine my own oil or running oil or vegetable oil to run my truck. I'm certainly not set up to refine my own alcohol to run a car to replace gasoline. I'm not set up for that. There's got to be an expense for that. Did you get your original ownership before you left KBD? What are you, a cop? Uh, till the advantage persona can pull out and change. A fuel cell is going no place. It's all you got enough L's on there, Tom? It's got all bullshit, people. If they was worried about the planet, all cars would be solar. Well, you can't do all solar. You know that. Right? You can't put enough fucking solar panels, even on this thing. You couldn't put enough solar panels on this car to run it. It just won't work, right? Solar, and let's face it, um, if here, okay, that's a lot of big open field, right? As far as this is Alberta, it is flat. I could let my dog out right now, and it could run across this field. I could watch it for 2 weeks run away, right? Now let's just say, for example, we want to go solar. Okay, so there's got to be, I don't know, from what I can see from eye to eye, from end to end, there's got to be thousands of acres of land out there. So let's just say we're going to put a thousand acres worth of solar panels out there. Do you know how many fucking living things we're going to kill to do that? Because you got to fucking turn all that soil. Everything that's in there, you're going to kill it. Every single fucking thing that's living out there, you're going to kill it. You're going to displace all the deer, by whatever else is out there, bison, fucking groundhogs, squirrels, chipmunks, bugs, fuck whatever. You're going to displace all of that to put solar panels out there. Then you're going to have every California cocksucking tree hugging motherfucker on the planet fucking screaming at you for solar because you just displaced all of that. Is solar the answer? I would have to say that it's probably the cleanest of the clean energy, but Is it the answer? Like for you, can you run a car on it? No. Now, if you had an electric car, or say you had, I've seen trucks, like I've seen trucks that have the solar panels running up the middle of the fairing, the top fairing. Um, I've seen that. And that's good because when the truck's parked, that's recharging batteries, and it's, you've always got charging like that. But is it a viable option? No. Alberta has thousands of acres of solar. I know they do. Methanol is best, but it requires hard work to produce. You know what? Bootlicker, I don't know. I don't know what the refinery process is for methanol. I don't know. Good moonshine will run a gas motor. Yeah, but then you're gonna have alcoholics everywhere screaming, "This ain't fair." Right? So either you're gonna piss off the California tree huggers, or you're gonna piss off the alcoholics. Which way do you want to go, Dave? Right? I'm a recovered drug addict and alcoholic, and even my brain's going, no, that's a waste of good moonshine. We're not running cars on moonshine, baby. Solar panels do not run anything. All they do is collect and charge a battery. No, you're right. All cars could and should be solar. Don't tell me it cannot be done. It's already being done. Um, okay, I'm not, Mr. Bees. I'm not gonna debate it and argue with you, but I happen to know that there's just not enough square footage on the like, you'd have to encase this entire car in solar panels, and it's still not enough to collect the energy to run the car. You cannot collect. You'd have to have 15 foot by 15 foot wide and long on top of this car to collect that much energy to be of use. That's all I'm saying. Can it be done? Yeah, of course it can be done, but are you driving around this is a Kia Soul, for fuck's sake, it's not even 15 feet long. You'd have to have 15 foot by 15 foot to collect that much energy. Yeah, and Alberta has several hailstorms which would just destroy solar panels. They do. They do. David, you okay, so you got solar on your Freightliner, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about. There's a company in Canada, it's called Robert. They're out of Quebec, and they're notorious for it. Every one of their trucks has the big fucking solar panel running right up the front of the right up the top of the fairing. They actually have it on the front of the hood as well. So I think it's about 3 feet wide, and it runs from like the nose of the truck up to the windscreen on the hood, and then it starts at the top of the windscreen, right behind the visor, and it runs right up to the top of or to the back of the bunk. Um, so yeah, they've got that. Mine melt Dyers. Love you, bro. I love you too. Thanks for coming in. Which cigar you smoking? This is an Alec Bradley. There's a methanol plant in my town. It's a waste of energy. Again, Robin, I don't know how the refinery process. I don't know. For me to make a comment on it would be stupid because I just don't know. I'd be ignorant. I know there was a couple of big companies up here in Canada. One of them was called Cat, and Robert took a shot at it. Robert's a pretty big outfit as well. They tried to do LNG, like natural gas and propane, and they outfitted a whole whack of their fleet to do it. And they ran into two problems. Yes, it was cleaner. Yes, got you. Propane and natural gas are cleaner, but but they couldn't get the horsepower that the engines needed, right? So you're running around with 80,000 pounds with a 300 horsepower engine. That's the best they could get out of them. So was it worth it? No. And it was the refueling. If you had to take a truck from, say, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, down to El Paso and it's on propane or natural gas, you can get it filled, but you're going to be going way the fuck out of route. You're not going to be able to take a direct line like we usually would to go down there. You're going to be going out of your way to get that thing filled up. You know, that's that's just the way that is. And they could, from profit and from business standpoint, it wasn't worth it. Yes, they were mindful of the environment. Yes, it was a cleaner source of energy. Yes, it was that, but they couldn't make it work. And let's face it, they were burning a lot of it, right? Mind melt. That's very cool. Very thank you. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad you've been along for the ride. Habano cigars? No, man, we don't smoke Habano cigars. This one's Honduran. And I've said this and I stand by it. I've said it a million times. The Nicaraguans, Hondurans, and even the Dominicans are now making cigars that are on par and if not better than the Cubans. So just us Everclear for fuel. Flatbed extrapolate on that for me, would you? Methanol is a waste of crop space. Okay. I don't know fuck all about it, Robin. I can't make a comment on it. Most people only drive 20 miles to work and then the car sits in the sun all day and continues charging. Most people, like 85%, only drive 35 miles a day. Okay, I got you. So let's just say I got a solar panel on the top of this. So I drive 25 miles and then what? The solar panel does what? It's charging my battery. Well, that's what my alternator does. Right? That's what my alternator does. Um, let's just say, okay, let's say I don't have a combustion engine in here and it's a battery operated thing. Do you think that that a solar panel on the top of this car is going to be enough to charge that battery over an 8 hour source? I don't think so. I don't think so. What are your thoughts on Palestine? I don't have any thoughts on Palestine. I have no thoughts on any of that over there. Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia. I don't. My Israf, I'm not being callous or cold, but my own country has its own problems, and we've given over almost $1 trillion of benefit. Canada's given almost $1 trillion worth of money to the Ukraine and to all of that over there. Whereas yet we have veterans over here that are suffering, that are starving, that are homeless, that are suffering with PTSD, that aren't getting the medical treatment. With all of the money that we've given to Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, all of that out there, we could have fixed our own country and our own people, and then whatever money's left over, then I got no problem helping out other people that need it. But um, I don't until that happens, and it's probably not going to happen. But until that happens, I really have a hard time, supporting anything that's going on over. Do I want to see people dying? No, of course not. I don't want to see anybody fucking dying. But when I've got my own countrymen over here, fucking, old seniors that can't afford to live, that have worked, you got seniors over here that are working into their 70s now because they can't afford to fucking retire. They have no medical coverage. They have poor health coverage. They got Come on, really? We got roads over here, man, that you can't you fucking get the last time it was paved was when we were horse and buggy. Yeah, methanol, if chemically made, is very energy intensive. It's only used for race gas, really, at $8 a gallon. Yeah, well, I'm not buying that. But you can make your own methanol with hardwood and a very simple contraption at home for cheap. You know what? Again, bootlicker, I'll take your word for it. I will take your word for it. Popeye's back. Well, maybe. It's a plan one day to at least make enough methanol to run my lawnmower and become self-sufficient just driving my lawnmower out town. Now, dude, yeah, if you can do that with your John Deere riding mower, that is fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. Good for you, man. Everclear is like 190 proof alcohol. What the hell are you running on that, flatbed? If you put that in your car, you'd blow the rings and pistons out of it in the first 2 miles you drove. Jeff, we can give more. Well, just think about it, Jeff. The more we give, the less we have at home, and it will affect. If you don't realize it, if you don't realize it now that your cost of living and the lifestyle that you're living, unless you are a millionaire, billionaire, you're self-employed, you own a corporation, you're one of those. If you are just an average working Joe, working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, paying your bills, paying your mortgage, your wife works, you got 2 kids, I'm telling you right now your life would be a whole could be and should be a whole lot better if we didn't give as much. This solar push is going too far. I just delivered a solar powered plants. Solar powered plants. That I like to see. I throw used batteries into the ocean exclusively. There you go. Trump 2028. Okay, everybody's going on jumping on the Trump wagon. Here we go. Where you live, uncomfortable. Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Louisiana loves Trump forever. Rogue, fuck, I love how you do that, man. How do you do that with the name? Get your name like that, like the writing like that. That is fucking awesome. I don't know how you do it. You do it, and Tyrannus does it. There's got to be fucking. I'm gonna figure that out. Good to see you though, Rogue. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for popping in, saying hi. It's not really what you could make at home. It's what they will let you make at home. Mr. B, you are 100%. 100%. Jeff, we have the best roads in the world. Jeff, I drive truck for I don't know what you do for a living, Jeff, but I'm going to argue that on you, okay? I drive truck. I've driven through every province in Canada, back roads, up roads, north, south, east, west. I'm telling you right now, we do not have the best roads in the world. I don't have a clue where you did that or where you get that information from. Some need repair. Come on, brother. I just drove last week from Ontario, from Toronto, Ontario to fucking Calgary, Alberta. And let me tell you, there are parts of the fucking country, especially up in northern Ontario and parts of Manitoba, where I literally felt that I needed to go out and put duct tape on the parts of my trucks to stop them from fucking flying off because the roads are so rough. I don't need government permission. I do what I have the right to do, and if the tyrants want to extort me, then I plan accordingly. You know what, bootlicker? A lot of people think like that, and it's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate to think like that. I stand by you 100% thinking like that. But unfortunately, every one of us that has thought like that had the good idea, had the great, vision to do something. How far did they get with it? Before there was government intervention. And then you say, okay, well, you got to be ready to pivot and move and adjust accordingly. Their pockets are so much deeper than ours that when you pivot and jump, they're there too. I'm not trying to discourage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's discourage anybody from doing it. Go ahead and fucking do it. But plan accordingly and know that at some point, when it comes to energy in the energy sector or the fuel and oil and gas or anything like that, the walls are so goddamn high. They really are. Tolga saying hi to Rogue. Good to see. Zalga text generator. Is that how you do that? I don't know. Fuck, I don't have a pad of paper to write that down. Zalgo text generator. Yeah, I'll have to remember that. I probably won't. Manitoba has the worst roads. You're pretty goddamn close. Asthmatic. Manitoba has been in poverty for 50 years. Well, here, Manitoba, all the, let's just face it. most of the eastern provinces, right? Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, Newfoundland. Um, if it took a nickel to get around the world, none of those provinces could get out of sight, right? That's just the way it is. They're broke, right? They rely almost exclusively on federal funding to keep that province running. There's not enough provincial money being generated, or the money that is so fucking heavily taxed and poorly spent and managed that the provinces are never going to get. Manitoba is a great example of that as well. Wish we could quit looking for a political to help us take care of yourself and help your neighbors. Holler, I agree with you, man. Leave me alone and just let me live my life. And you know what? I'll help the next guy, and the next guy helps the next guy, and so forth down the line. Gotta go. Great. Have a great day, David. Always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for popping in. Love you, brother. Be good. Oh, where's Manitoba? It's that dumpster fire between Ontario and fucking Saskatchewan. I can send you a link to play with your font. Can you email it to me, Rogue? Rogue, if you can send it to my email. Send the link to my email. I would really appreciate that, man. That is very cool. If you can do that, I'd appreciate wheelburnerexpress at gmail.com. Wheelburnerexpress@gmail.com. If you can do that, Rogue, I'd really appreciate that. That's awesome. Strange how we all talk about fuel in cars and trucks, but most fuel is used in planes. Agreed. But could the world stop using planes? That's a big fucking question, right? That's a big fucking question. Let me tell you. If the world had to stop, right, using air travel, could we do it? Hell no. Hell no. So where does that stop? Cargo ships? Right. So I can put something on an airplane, overnight it from here to Toronto on an airplane, and or my other option is what? Is what? What's my other option? I cannot get something from, say I wanted to send something overnight from here to Ontario. What is my other option for doing that? I can't put it on a train, right? Trains, although trains are also battery operated to a degree. I can't put it on a fucking train and get it there overnight. I can't get to drive it there overnight. Again, we're using fossil fuels. So what do you do? What do you do? You can't. If we the world would stop in 35 seconds if we decided to kill the airplane. We're no longer flying airplanes, folks, because it burns too much fuel. Okay, and the military destroys the most stuff. Well, let's just face it. Whatever the military wants, the military gets. Trailer's empty. Have a great day. Hey, Holler, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Be safe today, man. Please drive safe. Be good. Uh, Chris Kutchus. Did I say that right? Chris Kutchus? Sorry, man. If I butchered your name, I really do appreciate it. How are you? I'm doing good. Wieners, buddy. Big old wieners. What are you talking about, Curdy? What are you talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, Curdy is in the house doing four rush jobs at once. If you're on at lunchtime, I'll chime back in. Oh man, you chime back in anytime. Daniel, I have five mods. I only have 5 mods on my channel. I've got, Tolga, Kumail, um, Sterling, Shannon, and who else? I think I've got 1 more, and Curtis. There's only 5 mods on my channel, and sorry, I think, actually, there he is right there. Guard dog. Johnny's a mod. And those are the only mods that I have on my channel. And we have it that way for a reason, just because we used to have everybody in blue and everybody was a mod, and then there was so much slashing and bashing and crashing and so much shit going on and so many people getting hurt feelings. So you know what? We just let 5. I've got 5 or 6 that are moderators, and that's just the way it works. You know. So no hurt feelings, but if you want to be a mod, well, first of all, let's face it. This is an economic world. You can pay me. You throw me $1,000 cash app, or not a cash app, or a super chat, and I'll make you a mod. But other than that, man, I kind of just do it the way it is. Okay. Do you allow drinking and listening? It's beer time. Oh, you know it, baby. 2-4. Well, 2-4 for you. It's open time for you, buddy. You don't even have to ask. How the fuck did you forget? Forget me, man. Old timer syndrome is setting in. Yeah, you're one to talk, Jack. You're the same age. Don't even talk about it. Big fuel users, planes, cargo ships, trains not battery op. They are diesel turning a big ass generator. All the big military ships are nuclear. No one will pay you because you will buy cigarettes. Well, that's not a cigarette. But if you think I'm actually seriously, if you think I'm seriously, going to take money so you can be a mod, no, let's not get carried away, right? Ryan is back. That's how you kick in the door. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're talking Darkness Ranch. You know what? I never even thought about that. Did I? I didn't take it, but I think she may have excused herself. Uh, Dewana's right. Yep, absolutely. You guys behave yourselves in the chat because, as you can see, Kumail is taking care of business. Uh, I smoke cigars. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything else. I don't drink alcohol. I'm actually quite boring, believe it or not. Um, the only crutch I really have are cigars. So you know what? Just let me have it. If you don't appreciate it, then just move along. If you're gonna make stupid comments about my smoking, well, Kumail's gonna clean up and he's gonna tune you in. Robert Vasquez, hey there, what kind of cigar? This is another one. It's the same one as I just put out about 10 minutes ago. This one here is Alec Bradley. They're nice. It's a mild cigar. It's not an overly harsh cigar. It's not like a Cohiba or like a lot of the Ghosts or anything like that. It's a nice, easy cigar to smoke. The flavor changes of the blends are really good. Nothing harsh. Good chopper. Become a rocker, not a mod. Hey, go for it. Military jets, tanks, APC, etc. are not nuclear. They are run by diesel. Yeah, exactly. Well, but I think they're big. Most of their big ships and all their submarines are all nuclear now. We got to whip the cracker, MKA. Yeah, there you go. Mr. B doesn't know shit from shaving cream. Well, I'm not going to say that. Mr. B does have a lot of knowledge. Um, do I always agree with everything that he says? No, I think Mr. B and I have butted heads a couple of times. There are certain things that I disagree with, but for the most part, if he's telling you something, it's probably on point, or there's at least a section of it that is factual. I'll give him that. English and drunk English, only languages allowed. There you go. Actually, you can smoke. You can smoke a joint. You can talk. What do you call that? Stoned language or stoned English? If you can communicate with some stoned English, knock yourselves out. Eagle King, greetings from Kansas City. Baby, welcome in from Kansas City. Um, I think Kansas City is probably the third best place in the world to get steak. Third. Third best place in the world to get steak. Bassmatic was saying it was a good morning for buying stocks. You know what, Bassmatic? I haven't opened it up yet. I haven't even looked. I've been out here doing this before the market's all open, so I couldn't tell you what's doing what. Couldn't tell you. Stonemish. There you go. There you go. Stonemish. If you can speak Stonemish, you're welcome in here as well. Alberta is number one steak. Alberta, Texas, and Kansas City. I've been watching exchange rates on Canada, US dollars as per your advice. It may pay off. 2-4, watch that, watch the dollars, right? Um, I've got friends and I've got family members that actually, when you're talking, like if you're talking, you're exchanging $10, $20, even up to $100, and you're bouncing the dollar back and forth like that, it's not necessarily worth it. But when you're sitting, when you a lot of these big boys and they've got like $500,000 and the dollar bounces or something moves by a couple of a nickel or 7 cents, and you drop 500,000, and then you wait, and then it switches back, and then you convert back again, and you're going to make $6,000 on your day's investment just from watching the dollar bounce back and forth. It does pay. It does pay. You never had fresh beef from a ranch in Florida made by me? No, I haven't. I haven't. Send it up. I'll try it out. Or do I got to come down and get it? Florida steak made by a Florida man. Our boy guard dog there. He's a retired truck driver, long hauler. He did this. He's actually, I think Johnny did more years in a truck than I got in. He retired. He's got a nice ranch down there, raising some cattle. Does a little horseback riding. Does a little cowboying. Love it. Love it. Very envious of my boy down there. There's a bunch of yous down in Florida that I am going to get to. Like, I got to get down because Buck's down at the Florida, Georgia area. He's actually right on the line. Sick bastard. He's sitting down there. He's sitting down in Florida. Johnny's down in Florida. Chicken Hawk's down in Florida. I don't know. I don't know about all you fuckers from Florida, man. I'm starting to rethink this. Something wrong here. Always have to plan for the afterlife of any employment. You know what, dog? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Emailed you the info. Night. Appreciate that, Rogue. Gonna kick back and listen. Hey, man, appreciate that. I'll look that up and check it out. Who knows? We might see a creative wheel burner. What's next on the tree branches, dog? You know what I'm doing right now, Johnny? And I said it earlier. I'm just kicking back, man. Okay. I've worked like a fucking dog for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, 6 days a week, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. I need a break. I really do. Dog, I need a break. I know you can appreciate that. I know you can appreciate that with the amount of work that we do, and especially doing heavy haul and the responsibility and shit like that. I just need a break. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm now moved out to Alberta. Rogue, I got it. It just popped up on my screen. Thanks, man. Um, I need some time to get myself into my new home here. I've got my girlfriend, and I want to spend some time with her, and so I'm just relaxing. I've got Johnny. You know what my brain is like, right? I've got 25 things that I want to do, five of which are probably viable, right? So that's all I'm doing. I'm taking a break. I'm letting the batteries recharge. I'm getting my head right. I'm enjoying my time at home, looking around. Um, my girlfriend works a shift where she works, X amount of days in a row, and then she then they give her a then they she gets a block of days, like she'll get 7 or 8 days off. So she's coming up on her time off, and when she gets her time off, then we're gonna have 7 or 8 days, and we're gonna fuck off out of town. We're gonna go up and do some stuff, and I want to go spend some good quality time with her and just and hang out, just the two of us. So that's what I'm doing. And then after that, Johnny, I'm gonna put some things in gear. I'm gonna put some things in gear. Good. Take a chill break, think out, write it down, plan it. Oh, already there, John. Already there. I wish I could move to Florida, stuck in commie Canada for now. Well, if you talk nice to guard dog, he might be able to fucking green card you and put you to work on the ranch. Although he's a slave driver, he's gonna work your ass right to the bone. I will be out your way this summer for sure, but Alberta is big, dude. 2-4. I don't care where you're going. If you're going up to Fort Mac to see your boy, um, come on through. Come. You'll be coming right. You can get there via coming right through where I live. And you know what? Come hang out for a couple of days out here. We'd love to have you. Doom. Nobody likes my videos. Well, Doom, make good videos. Make good videos. Yo, Big Smoke. Yeah, it's not a bad one. Oh, the clubs have changed. Yeah. Rolling on the floor laughing. No one likes my videos either. Well, Tolga, make better videos. What do you want? You guys don't see me making videos anymore. Why? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to make videos these days. I could possibly go back and start making videos of this, that, like fucking why? To have fucking 25 people watch them, or to make a video and have 250 people watch it. Unless you can. The way videos work on YouTube these days, unless you have the time and the energy to dedicate all that time and energy and even money to your channel, it's very hard unless you get lucky and you put up you're in the right place at the right time, and you put a banger up, and that banger takes off, and you'll get like a 1.5 million views on it, and then the subs will just come flying in. Other than that, man, it's just too fucking hard. Yeah, dog. Well, I agree. And this is where I have the most enjoyment. I'll just sit out here, whether it's at home or out in the car, or just you know, I enjoy this. I get to hang out with you guys, and I'm really not talking about jack shit. We're just talking about cigars and politics, a little bit of politics and trucking and whatever, whatever. Ugh. I do need more coffee, so I think I'm gonna go get more coffee. I got Today is the day. You'd be flying into Edmonton. Well, yeah, if you're going up to Fort Mac, you'd definitely be flying into Edmonton. I was hoping you'd be driving or riding the bike. Throw the old lady on the back of the hog and get out here, man. Steel wheel it out here, man. Do for it. Be a good ride. Be a good ride, man. It'll take you a little longer, but damn, be a good ride. You'd like it. Oh, oh, baby. You guys got everybody go get your cigar. Everybody go get. And actually, you know what I pulled out yesterday is I pulled out the pipe. I forgot how much I've missed smoking my pipe. Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I've got the pipe. I'm actually gonna go into town and see if there's a tobacconist. There's not a tobacconist store in town. I already know that. But there's got to be somewhere in town that sells pipe tobacco. So I got to definitely go check that out. I'll make you uncomfortable, bob it, bro. He can drink while someone flies. Well, that's yeah. Up north takes forever. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's a long ride, and it would take a you're looking at from your place, you're looking at fucking 6 days if you're riding a bike. If you're in a car, you can probably do it in about 5, but 6 days. I got a guy in Tampa rolls me a Cuban cigar with cannabis in it. Always smoke. There you go. There you go. I wonder how that would work because I don't inhale per se the smoke on this, right? You get the nicotine, you pull the they you pull the smoke into your mouth, and then the pores on the inside of your lip on the inside of your mouth is what absorbs the nicotine, and then a little bit of the smoke obviously makes its way down, and then your flavor palate through your nose, you get the taste, and then you just lightly blow the smoke back out. So how do you do that with cannabis, Johnny? Would the cannabis get absorbed through the pores of your mouth? Because you realistically, if you're inhaling that, you're going to be on an iron lung inside of a fucking month. So I'm kind of curious. Flatbed just watched a police chase. Were you involved in that police chase? Were you watching it in your rearview mirror with the lights? As soon as the smoke hits the bloodstream, it is in your system. Well, I guarantee you, it would be fast, eh? It's in like a direct injection because the pores in your mouth are very sensitive and they are very, very active. Like um, when I light my first cigar in the morning, it's like that, like the first couple of pulls, you actually get you get the rosy I get the rosy cheeks. It's the nicotine instantly hitting your bloodstream. That's how quick where it goes through your mouth, through your blood, the pores in your mouth. So I bet you that would probably be the same with the weed. Liquid that goes under the tongue. It's instantaneous. Well, that's why they give, like when heart attack victims and guys like that, they got the nitrogen tablets, and they dissolve instantly, and they just put them under their tongue, and it's instantaneous, right? There's no you got to wait 5 minutes or you got to wait 2 minutes. It's almost instantaneous. Well, I'm glad to hear that, flatbed. Don't get me wrong, dude. We'll throw your bail. Okay, we will. We'll put our shit together and we'll throw your bail if it's you. But I'd rather not. You've been around long enough. I like you enough. We'll throw your bail if you're in shit, but I'd rather not. Now, how many of you would throw my bail if I was going to jail? I might get a nickel out of guard dog. I probably got a couple of nickels out of Robin. Hello, bro. Love from India. Hey, man. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us. I got the nitro spray. Takes about 45 seconds. Not bad, eh? He can go hide. He can go hide in Canada. Korku. Did I say your name right? Korku. Hello from India. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us from India. Thanks for popping in, saying hello. Prison break you. Now that's what I'm more interested in. Thanks, bootlicker. Yeah, I don't need you to throw my bail. I'm more interested in which one of you is going to come bust me out of jail, right? Which one of these is going to come break me out of jail? I know two for it. He'd bail me out. Depends on where you go to jail at. uh, that's cool. That's cool. Depends on where I'm at jail at. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I've never been to jail in Alberta. I've never been to jail in Alberta. Any prison time I've served or any jail time I've served has always been in Ontario and in New York State. So I can't say out here where what the jails are or where they are or how they work or I've always been well behaved when I've been in Alberta. Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Even BC. Never been to most of my naughtiness has always been in Ontario, Quebec, and New York. Okay, so I got your name right, Corku. Cool, man. Cool name. Wow, you well behaved. Well, come on, Johnny. You got to slow down at some point in life. You can't be the steel riding fucking badass hair on fire 200 mile an hour cowboy for all your life. At some point, you got to settle down. Even you, old man. Even you. You can't bullshit me and tell me that you can go. You cannot bullshit me, dog, and tell me that you can run as hard today as we did when we were 25. I call bullshit on that. Dog, there's no way. I know for a fact that I can't run as hard as I could, as hard as I could when I was in my mid 20s, early 30s. And I'm now 55. Don't get me wrong, I'm still fucking ahead of all these truck drivers, all these new truck drivers now, right? They're nipping at my heels, but I can still outrun most of the new breeds, the new generation. But to go back to when we were in our 20s, dog, not a chance in fucking hell could we compete with that. I can't run. I can't compete with the Brian, the 25-year-old Brian. I can't compete with him now at 55. And not even close. Neither you. I couldn't do 2 days straight now. Yeah, there you go. I would never run from the police. Ever believe that? I don't believe that. I think if you ever had the chance to have yourself a really good police chase, heck, go do it. You might enjoy it. You might have fun before they fucking catch you. I couldn't do 2 days straight now like I did back then. Oh, dog, neither could I. Neither could I. I can probably run, I could run like 14, 15, 16 hours, shut down for 3 or 4 hours and do it again. I could maybe do a couple of days like that, but then eventually I'd have to shut down. I'd be done. Back in those days there, dude, we used to run a week like that and then park for 34 hours, party our asses off, get in as much trouble as we can, go to jail, get bailed out of jail, and then run back and do it all over again. You know, can't do that anymore. Corku, I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada. I'm out in Western Alberta, out in Western province. I'm out in Alberta, out Canada. Tyrannus, I couldn't compete with myself against myself last year, dude. I'm making the run from Toronto to Alberta last week. Never mind, never mind last year. Fucking last week. What I turned out last week, the 700 plus miles a day. I did 2 days. Yeah, 2 days at just over 7, one at 6, and another one at whatever. So yeah, I was hauling ass last week, and by the time I got here, I was ready for bed. Right? I was ready for bed. Good day. I'm new here. Skynet Cyberdyne Systems. Well, man, come on in. Sit down. If you got a cigar, light it. If you got a coffee, drink it. If you got a beer, crack it. If you got a tube, spark it up. Sit down, relax, chill out, man. If you got something to say, spit it out. I peaked in 1997. You know what, Tyrannus? I might have as well. Yeah, I think I was probably at my best. The year 2000 was a good year for me, man. Black Beauties, 357 Yellow Jackets. Oh, baby. What's that song in the Freightliner Fever? It's a long black pill. It's a West Coast turnaround. Yep. Yep. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, eh? Dog, you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Bees knows what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Fucking everybody knows. What's this live stream about, man? We're just bouncing. Cyberdyne, we're just bouncing. We're talking about anything if you got something you want to talk about, throw it out. We'll talk about it. My channel is it started out as a trucking based channel, but it is basically I've changed the genre from trucking based to just whatever. We can talk about anything you want. We'll talk about fucking ladies sanitary napkins all the way up to fucking wheatgrass. I don't care. We are just being about trucking. Right now, we're talking about trucking. Steven, greetings from Austria. Hey, man. Thanks for popping in from Austria. You are a long way away from here. I'm not old. We're a bunch of old timers. I'm not. I'm bootlicker. Took offense to that. He's not. He's not a you. Johnny, you just got called a geezer. That's awesome. Yeah. Keep the politics and religion light. We're not. We don't do religion, right? So Cyberdyne, if you want to go religion, we don't do the religion. We'll do a little bit of politics. We've already done it, so we're not walking down that. Let's just talk about trucking. And the good thing about talking about trucking is, we can lie our asses off because we can talk about all the miles we never ever ran, all the women that we've never ever had, that we say we did but we never had, all the things we did that we say we did that of course we never ever did. You know, I don't know if you know, but truck drivers are some of the biggest bullshitters in the world. They're also some of the biggest crybabies you've ever heard. Tell me a prediction for my soccer match. I don't watch soccer. Um, I'm sorry, no predictions here. The score is going to be 2-1. There you go, 2-1. I don't even know who's playing, so it's 2-1 for somebody. Petition to make this guy president of Canada. I can already tell he's better off than the guys in office now. I appreciate that, and I'd take your vote if enough people wanted to get behind it. Um, we in Austria say net dick. I'm not even going to pronounce that, Stephen. I will screw that all up. I will. I would be embarrassed to. I would butcher your language. So I'm not even going to pronounce it, but you can feel absolutely feel free to type it. I'm like, yeah, Robin saying it's 5-4, you lose. I was at my peak at 35, yo, but my ego was my enemy. That's the four, all of us, me, dog, Mr. B's, you, all us old timers out here, all us old fucking gear jammers out here. Our biggest fucking enemy back in those days was our ego because we were 10 feet tall and bulletproof and nothing could hurt us. It's going to be 5-0 for the guest team. Sorry. Oh, there we go. All the lot lizards we never paid. Oh, there you go, Mr. B's. Exactly. Uh, I like Canada. I will be visit. Oh, you're going to visit one day. Corku, come on over. It's a beautiful country. Bro, do you watch MMA? Do you know who George St. Pierre? Oh, yeah, we know who George St. Pierre is up in Canada. Um, I stopped watching MMA probably about 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Um, but I am a huge GSP fan. I've watched every one of his fights. Um, so yeah, yeah, we know who GSP is up here. No shit, eh, Camille? On April 26th, it's going to be 1 year since I joined this community. Man, it's a year has gone by that long. That's fast, eh? God damn it, boy. I am so glad that we found each other, Camille. I really am. I'm so glad that you're part of this community, man. You've actually made my channel better by being here. And I want to thank you for that, man. Steven, it's nice to meet you too, man. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Corku, don't come in the winter. If you're coming to Canada, don't come in the winter. Listen to Robin. Canada's beautiful, but we are dumb people. No, we're not dumb people. We have poor management, right? We have poor leadership and poor management. But Canadians are not fucking stupid. Why don't come in the winter? Because it's fucking cold. It is cold, and we got snow, and we got cold, and we got winter, and we got hail, and we got come in the spring, summer, or fall, man. Yeah, because of the Siberian conditions. Exactly. Yeah, Mr. B's, and there again, Mr. B's, you've been along the ride for 5 years, brother, since the convoy. Well, before the convoy, right? Because I was on ET's channel before I even started mine, and you were following me then. So yeah, dude, 5 fucking years. And again, Mr. Beast, thank you. You've done nothing but make my channel a better fucking place and make my channel better. I appreciate that, Tom. You don't know how much I appreciate that. We're all bombed here. It's 6,470 kilometers from Austria to Canada. Okay, if you leave right now, flatbed, you can be there when? Um, well, 6,400 kilometers. What is that? Hold on. So it's about 4,000. Yeah, it's about 4,000 miles, give or take. Give or take, it's about 4,000 miles. So what's that? Flatbed. If you ran bulls to the wall and you had to hammer down, you could do 4,000 miles. You can do that in 7 days. I meant to say GSP is better than John Jones, and GSP is the real GOAT. Oh, buddy, you're opening up a big old fucking fat can of worms on that one because I am a huge John Jones fan. Huge John Jones fan. Do I think GSP is the GOAT? Because I'm Canadian and George is Canadian, of course, I'm gonna say George is the GOAT. But if you look at career numbers, length of the career, time, opponents, I'm gonna tip just a little bit towards John Jones. Okay, just a little bit towards John Jones, man. Are you in an FJ Cruiser? I have one. I am not in an FJ Cruiser. I am in my girlfriend's what is this thing? A Kia Soul. I don't get in this car, I put it on. It's one of those little box cars. It's cute. It's really good on gas. Um, it has very little get up and go, but it's a 6-speed manual. Now how's this, eh? I actually landed a girlfriend that refuses to drive an automatic car. How is that? Is that I don't know about you guys, but that's hot, right? That is fucking hot. I have a girlfriend that refuses to buy she would not buy a fucking car unless she could get it in manual. I love that, man. Come to Calgary on January 1st. It's fun, fun, fun. No, it's not. Martha's Uncle Larry. Hey, Dad. Martha's Uncle Larry. Hey, Dad. It could be. I've got 6 daughters, and technically Curtis is kind of a son. So I've got 7 kids. One more. Pull up to the table. Just keep your hand off my wallet. I started watching around 2021. I was a lurker for a long time. Well, I'm glad you came out of the closet. I'm glad you came out of the closet. It does look like an FJ. I had no 7C package for a while. No, sorry, brother. I hate to disappoint you. You have to fly. I do have to fly. Yes, you were to four. Hey, man, are you American? No, I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian. Okay, I respect your Joan Johns may even know that, even though hey, you know what? We can disagree. I got no problem. You know, I got no problem disagreeing. We can agree to disagree. Damn, cigars. Well, cigars aren't like alcohol. You don't have to wait. Like some people get up in the morning, they have a cigarette. It's the same thing. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigars. Where do I rank Khabib? Number 2 behind John. Khabib is phenomenal. His level, if you look at his level of discipline, and then if you take that and you put that together with his skill set, oh, Khabib is, and he is all of them out of that camp. All of them that came out of that camp are fucking ruthless. They know how to fight. They know how to. They know that their jujitsu is second to none. They are determined. Great fighters. Great fighters. Look at the shirt. Yeah, there. You want to know where I'm from? Look at that big old fat maple leaf right there. I love Canadian energy. There we go. Cyberdyne, appreciate that. You know, turn your notifications on too. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that when we go live, we go live. I've been doing lives almost every morning. I started yesterday morning. We'll do one today. We'll probably go live again tomorrow. I think I think we're gonna pick up our live scene. I'm setting up at the new house. I'm setting up a somewhat like studio type thing. So we'll be doing some lives from the house. You think Khabib's overrated? Oh, put it this way. Do you know how much money Dana offered fucking George to fight fucking Khabib, and that money didn't? Nope, didn't do it, man. Didn't do it. George don't want no part of Khabib. Hunter doesn't want no part of Khabib. That's got to tell you something. That's got to tell you something. Sir Capo, what are we smoking on? That's just a little Alec Bradley. I only use manual transmissions for one purpose, and it ain't driving. Well, okay, if that's what you're doing. Uh, who knows? Maybe that's why my girlfriend bought one too. I don't. I never asked her. Maybe I should, eh? I gotta go. Y'all have a great day and be safe. You've already said that twice, man. You've already said that twice. You'll be Mr. Bees will be back. God bless Canada. Well, somebody's gotta. Nay. Hello. How the hell are you, man? MK, what you want my opinion on? Sorry, didn't get you. Okay, you guys figure that out. It's time for lunch. Workout finished. At it, girl. You get those workouts done. You're gonna need it for that fucking bikini mud thumb wrestling match we're gonna have. I love Canadian. You didn't have to think of Tricky Blade. You know what you love? I'm telling you right now, what you love: Canadian bacon. Tricky Blade, Canadian bacon, Canadian maple syrup, real Canadian maple syrup, Canadian bacon, Canadian grade A, Alberta beef. Those are the things in life that you should be loving. Simple. Canadian women. Let me tell you something. Canadian women are second to none. I will put Canadian women up against any other don't get me wrong, United States has beautiful women too. Austria, Germany, doesn't matter what country, but Canadian women, damn fine in my opinion. I enjoy them. They are ruthless, aren't they, Kamal? They absolutely are. Bro, are you smoking? No, I'm not smoking. No, that's it's an illusion. I'm faking this. It's green screen. Mm. Time to go check on the Mustangs in the pasture. Yeah, hard life, Johnny. Hard life. Oh, sir, yeah, our maple syrup. Oh, come on, yeah. Oh, Canadian women, if from Alberta or BC. I don't know, man. I've been in every province in Canada, Tricky Blade. Every single I haven't been up to the territories, right? I've never done Northwest, Yukon, Nunavut, or any of them. But from coast to coast, it doesn't matter what province you're in, man. You're gonna find something that'll whet your appetite. Let me tell you. Later, hard dog. I don't know if he's hard or not. You might want to check, but that's a personal thing. You better change your tune on American ladies. I am one. Oh, Dewana, you know my heart's with you. Dewana, you know you've got my heart. Baby, you're all good. I'm just saying, right? I'm not putting down American women. That wasn't a put down. I'm just saying Canadian women are on par with everybody else. That's all. That's all. And now I'm really liking the way Two Four is thinking. Canadian women covered in maple syrup. And when you're done, Two Four, you go sit down at the table and have yourself a big old fat Alberta steak, right? That's how that works. Smoking Godfather on green screen. There you go. And tastes like bacon. Oh, if you can get a woman, a Canadian woman covered with maple syrup that tastes like bacon, and then you've got a steak on standby ready when you're done, dude, that's the winning lottery ticket right there. Robin, you're Canadian. You know exactly. You got to agree with me, right? You got to agree. Two fork. I'm nailing it here. Right? Canadian women and syrup. You're not saying anything I disagree with you, Ryan. Keep going. Can I tell anything special about Canada? Okay. Canada is the second largest country square mile wise next to Russia. We only have a population of 45 million people. That's not a lot of people. We have a small population and a lot of land. We also have the most amount of freshwater lakes in the world. I don't know how many, I don't know what the number is, but I know we have the most. So if we have so many lakes in Canada, okay, we have so many lakes in Canada, Corku, that I can take you to a lake that no other person, you would be the very first person to put your foot in that water. That is how many lakes, freshwater lakes we have. We have the most freshwater lakes in the world. We also have the largest freshwater beach in the world, and that's Wasaga Beach, and not up in Nottawasaga Bay in Ontario. Um, we have the Canadian Rocky Mountains, which are on par with other mountain range in the world. They're absolutely stunning and beautiful. There is a lot about Canada. There really is. There really is. That's what I thought. We will fight a bear for our kids and family. We're more protectors instead of wimps, like some of our fellas. Whoop. Somebody's got to wanna. I hope it wasn't me. Somebody's got her wound up. I want maple syrup. Auto shine, it's pretty good. But if you think about it, all those trees in Vermont, right? All those trees, the seeds spawned and came out of Quebec. So all your Vermont maple syrup is technically borrowed from Canada. First beer of the day after hearing that, I deserve one. There you go, baby. You go get that India. We don't have bootlegs yet. Not yet. They're working on it though. Right? Bootlicker, they're working on it. Yeah, it's an interesting place. We also have Shania Twain. Yeah, absolutely. Shania Twain is my hall pass, right? Like if I was at home right now and Shania Twain was naked in my bed and my girlfriend walked in, I'm allowed to go have sex with Shania Twain. She's my hall pass. I get the free pass on Shania Twain. She's already told me, yeah, that you're good. Go. If you don't mind, how old are you? Cyber, I don't mind. I'm 55. I turned 55 last December. All those lakes are waiting to be turned into beer. Well, if we could turn them all, well, Canada, oh, I think Canada is the largest. Is it the largest? One of the largest? I think it's either the largest or second largest beer producing country in the world. I think Germany is actually the biggest. Canadian artists. Oh, we got lots of Canadian artists, right? Shania Twain, Celine Dion, two of the I think the two biggest female of all time, female selling artists of all time, Shania Twain and Celine Dion. Um, right. Our proudest moment is not some of our proudest moments. We got Nickelback, but you guys can have them if you want. Rush, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the best trios in history. Brian Adams. We got a lot of good music up here, a lot of good artists. I'm on Beer for Breakfast morning show, 6:10 a.m. Monday to Friday. Yeah, go check out Uncomfortable. So if you change old ladies, can you change your hall pass? I don't know. You know, my hall pass with the ex was still Shania Twain, so I don't know. I'm in love ever since Shania Twain broke way back in the late '80s, early '90s. Dude, that's been my girl. Have I ever watched the Minecraft movie? No, I have not watched the Minecraft movie. To watch the Beer for Breakfast on Obscure Destinations Outdoor Channel. There you go. You want to be careful. His head might pop. Brian Adams. Yeah, huge. Bunch of drunk pop cycles. There you go. Bro, I heard about some Sikh community in Canada where they are from. Where who's from? Canada has a very large Sikh. Actually, Canada has a very large multicultural. Is very multicultural. We have a large population of just about everybody. Justin Bieber. Now you can have that one back, Pepto. But he is Canadian. But Canada is a very, very mixed bag of multiculturalism. It really is. He still make me blush. Drake. Eh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Tragically Hip, Big Sugar, 5440, A Great Big Sea, Bare Naked Ladies, Matthew Goodband, Nickelback, Headstones, The Trues, Glorious Sons, Sheepdog, Sarah McLaughlin, Alanis Morissette. Yeah, there you go. And 2-4, actually, 2-4 nailed it, right? 2-4 nailed it. Best hockey players in the world. Where do they come from? Where do they come from? Best hockey players in the world, baby. Where do they come from? Canada. Canada, right? You look at all the NHL teams, all the best players in all the NHL teams, if they're not out of Europe, they're coming from Canada. Mm. What Canadian thing would I recommend except for bacon? Come for the fucking just come to hang out. Just come to hang out. It's a great country to hang out in. It doesn't matter. Like if you're out on the East Coast where 2-4 is, the best seafood in the world comes out of fucking Nova Scotia, right? Nova Scotia and PEI, the best seafood in the world is coming off the out of the Atlantic Ocean right there. So if you start out and say, let's say you land in Halifax in Nova Scotia, and you work your way across country, the Canadian country, you're gonna get the day you land, you're gonna be eating the best seafood in the world. Best seafood in the world. You're gonna come across New Brunswick. Not a whole lot goes on in New Brunswick. You're gonna get into Quebec. Well, Quebec has what? They got poutine, which is poutine to you guys, but it's poutine, best poutine in the world, and strippers. That's what Quebec offers us. And well, a lot of maple syrup comes out of Quebec. And then you get into Ontario, you got some of the most, you get up into northern Ontario and even northern Quebec, you get some of the most beautiful countryside you've ever seen up there. To drive through northern Ontario and northern Quebec, it's absolutely stunning. Yeah. Yeah, but y'all got Drake. You can keep Drake. You guys can have Drake. Don Ayers, there you go. Biggest question: Canada have a bear? Oh, we got bears. They're all over the goddamn place. We got black bears all over the fucking place. Jack Black, yeah, we'll keep him. I like Jack Black. Do I have any side hustles? Um, not really. Not really a whole lot of not really a lot of hobbies. Um, Back in the day, we used to work on bikes, like motorcycles. It's something I'm looking at maybe getting back into, getting my hand back into, putting a couple of lifts in my garage and working on start buying up some of the older bikes, you know, and rebuilding and turning and flipping and getting back into something like that. Love motorcycles. Got out of it, but that was life. You get married, you have a whole whack of kids, and shit like that kind of gets pushed to the side. So now I'm at a point in my life now where I can start looking at doing stuff like that again. So, um, do I play sports? No, man. I'm too beat up and I got too many busted bones and too beat up and everything for to play any sport at my age. Side hustles. I'm gonna play with some motorcycles, get some bikes flipped, just to keep my hand in, just to tinker, you know? Yeah, Canada, we got black bears, polar bears, we got them all, Kodiak bears, Crosby and not too, what, Crosby? Oh, Crosby and McKinnon reside not too far from me. There you go. I like bears. They're very cute. Yeah, come play with a polar bear. All they want to do is eat you. I should work for the Canadian Tourist Board. Yeah, okay. What about don't forget all the Nissan Skyline GTRs in Canada. You know what? I'll be honest with you. That guy, I don't know if there's a lot. I don't know. There could be. I was never in that line of cars, like the Skylines, and then when they were doing the Supras and the Celicas and shit like that. When all of that was going on, and they were bringing those and the imports and all that shit. Um, I was never a big import guy. I hate to say it, man, but like my dream car is a '63 split window Corvette. All the cars that I want, like if I had an unlimited resource amount of money and I could just go out and fill my garage with cars, I'm doing like the 68, 69, 68, 69 Camaros, 67, 68, 69 Mustangs, 65 Mustangs. Like I'm in that era, right? I'm doing the 69 Roadrunners. That's the era for me for cars, man. Do I appreciate the new ones and everything? Yeah, they look great, but is that where I want to play? No, not really. Plastic. It's actually a big uh, cooler. It's brand new. It's a cooler that you can take to the beach or you can take whatever. But guess who? There you go, Robin. There you go. Um, to be honest, when I think of Canada, I think ice hockey. Well, horseshoe, yeah. And the funny thing is, you would think that hockey was our national sport, and not. Hockey is not Canada's national sport. You know what our fucking national support, our national sport is? Lacrosse. Lacrosse is Canada's national sport. It should be hockey. Pierce Drury, in back. You mean I'm back? Pierce, when you do that, you come back in capitals. I'm surprised Kamel didn't correct you. When you come back, you got to put exclamation, like not exclamation, sorry, quotations, and in capitals. You're right. I'm back. When you come back in, Pierce, I want you to kick the fucking door open. Kick the door open and go, I'm back. That's how you do that. Bootlicker, not a goofy bootlicker. I'm a pretty girl. Fantastic. I've got 6 daughters. Pretty girl. What am I? Are we going to adopt you? I'm a pretty girl. Fantastic. I'm glad you're a pretty girl. That car is a beauty. The 63, yeah. 69 Chevelle SS 396 4 speed. There you go. Good luck finding one. Classic Chevy all day long. You got it, baby. Well, see, hold on. Back in the 60s, yeah. Like I said, the 68, 69, right? 67 was the first year of the Camaro. 68 was, I think, the first year for the Z28 and the 69, right? When they did the SS. Those are my cars right there, right? But now, like right now, I hate to say this, and I'm gonna piss off a lot of fucking people. And if any of you decide to unsubscribe and leave, I agree. I don't blame you. But right now, I'm a Mopar guy, man. Right? I am all about the Hellcats and the Chargers and Challengers and the TRX and the Hellcat Durangos. or the SRT Durangos. Like, I'm fucking loving them. I love them. Sorry. 64.5 Mustangs are my favorite, but it's been pretty tough to find their parts around here. Yeah, good luck finding them. My dream car is a what? A Peel P50? Somebody want to Google that? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, but Gretzky is still the best that's ever lived. Agreed. Gretzky. Then Lemieux. Both Canadian, by the way. Agreed. Sorry, I missed that. I'm back. That's right. Yeah. Bro, if you don't mind, can you call your daughters on live stream? Would love to see your family. No. My daughters are all adults. My oldest daughter is 33. My youngest daughter is 30, or sorry, is 23, and they are scattered all over the world. I have a daughter that lives in Bali. I have a daughter that lives in Australia. I have one of my daughters lives here in Alberta. Sorry, two of my daughters live here in Alberta, and my other two daughters live in Ontario. So they are all over the goddamn place. If you've got daughters, please do adopt me. One more, like I said before, one more mouth at the table ain't nothing feed. Just keep your hand off my wallet. Do I suggest the best Canadian food? Um, okay, if you want a heart-stopping, like something that's going to clog your arteries, but is so delicious, poutine. It's French fries covered with um, homemade beef gravy, but they've got French. The best ones in the world are come out of Quebec or French Canadian cheese curds. So you do your French fries. Yeah, and you don't buy store bought. You make your own French fries. So you do your French fries right out of the fryer into the box, and you eat them out of a box. You don't put them on a plate, and then you cover them in cheese curds, and then slather that in fucking homemade beef gravy. Oh my god! Only the French can do it. Love the Shelby Mustangs as well. I was at Shelby America in Vegas 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you know what you can fucking do with that right there, 2-4, right there. There you go. Mopar or no car, Zooted? I like the way you're thinking, buddy. Like the way you're thinking. Mopar or no par? Yeah. Love. Don't get me wrong. The 69, 70, 71, 72s, right? Like the Road Runners, the fucking the Chargers, the Challengers. Um, nice, nice. But for that era, I'm more a vet Camaro Mustang. For this era, I am all about the Mopar. I am the Mopar guy. Hockey is our national sport. The most popular sport in Pakistan is cricket. Yeah, I would imagine so. I tried to play cricket one time. I got my ass handed to me. Oh, Kamal, I was so embarrassed. I couldn't hit that fuck. They threw that goddamn ball at me about 2 dozen times. I never hit it once. Wow. Why does Hellcat not have all-wheel drive? But the SVT has all-wheel drive, which is slower. Funny enough, they get better 0-60 because of that. Well, yeah, I don't know why. I don't. It's a good question, Skynet. That's a really good question. Why they never ever hooked up the Chargers or the Hellcat Challenger or the Charger with all-wheel drive? Because I've been in both those cars and launched them. Right, had the whole system, the launch control set up, and fucking launched them. If you had all-wheel drive on that, even with your seatbelt on, you'd throw yourself into the back seat, right? You really would. So I don't know. That's a damn good question. And you know what, Sky Up? My brother works for Chrysler or works for Dodge. So I will ask him. I've never thought to ask him about that. Appeal P50 is a three-wheeled micro car, officially the world's smallest production car. Good to know. I didn't know. Can China make auto factories in Canada? I don't think so. White Mandarin, I don't think I can't say with certainty. I'm not gonna tell you, "No, they can't," because I don't know of the 100, but I think there's something that they can't. That doesn't mean that they don't, right? Like, the Chinese conglomerates over there are not supposed to be buying up our companies or anything like that, but they managed to do it, right? They will come over here, they'll start a company, that company will then do this and then that company will buy the Canadian company. They find loopholes around everything. So, can China make auto factories in Canada? I don't think they can, but if they really wanted to, they'd probably find a way. Yeah, you have to peel the door in that thingy. Yeah. Son of man with a big comment. There you go. There, you got your comment up on the screen. Good for you. Good for you. I hope you're happy. You got your what have I got? What do we have? 15 seconds here. Yeah, you got your 15 seconds of fame there, big the son of man. Congratulations, son. Well, thanks for coming in. I'll take the view. It works. Thanks for the view. Why is that funny? Can you please elaborate? Okay, you guys are going to talk. White, there's a Hyundai plant here. Oh yeah, we have Japanese plants, right? There's Toyota is in Cambridge, Honda is up in Alliston. Um, I don't know where Hyundai is. Robin, is Hyundai out by you? I don't know. I don't know. You start to like you, Brian, then you go and do that. World class fishing in DC. You know what? Hey, not a bootlicker. You're right. I neglected that. There's world class fishing off of the Atlantic coast in Atlantic Canada, but BC is also world class fishing. Um, my apologies. I didn't mean to piss off the West Coasters here. Won't do that again. Go sturgeon fishing for big fun. You know what? I'm not a big fisherman. Bootlicker, I'm not a fisherman. I'm not. Do I like to go out to the lake and sit in a boat and do whatever like that? But any of the big game fishing, like you're talking, like going after sturgeon or anything like that, no. Go orca fishing freely. There you go. Go tiger hunting. Not a lot of tigers running around Canada. Whole whack of cougars. Whole whack of cougars. Two-legged ones, but no tigers. Dodge Durango has all-wheel drive and Hellcat engine. The smoke and smokes the Challenger and Charger despite the heavier weight. Well, that's because it's only because of the traction, right? Off the gate, you put that thing in launch control and you've got all-wheel drive. You are definitely because you'll have way less. You'll have no tire spin. That thing will grip and go. Absolutely. Go Bigfoot hunting. I think that one's been done about 300,000 times. Korean, Hyundai is Korean, not Chinese. Yeah, but I think there's Hyundai in Canada. Simple Dad, new here. What do we have to talk about in here? Simple Dad, if you smoke it, light it. If you're drinking it, drink it. If you smoke a tube, spark it. Sit down, relax. We're just shooting the shit. And look at the comments. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about cars. We've gone from now we're talking about cars. We're talking about fishing. We're talking about anything, and everything. Anything you want to talk about. You got something to say? Throw it up, man. Bro, I can hear Dodge has some reliability issues with your they have massive reliability issues right now. If you ask any, and none of the Dodge companies are, well, none of the dealerships will tell you this, but they are having massive problems, not so much with their engines and drivetrains, but they're having massive problems with their interior qualities, and with their electronics, with their computers. They are not doing well. Dodge is at the right now. Dodge is in last place of the auto market. They are sucking hind tit. They really are. India can build cars in Canada, but when they get to a corner, they build they build a shop. And also south of Newmarket as well. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that, Nathan. I didn't know. I know they got the big one up in Alliston. I wasn't sure about. I didn't know about the one in Newmarket. Asia, howdy y'all. Well, howdy y'all. How you doing? Waterloo, Kitchener is Hyundai. Okay, there you go. I didn't know that. Kitchener Waterloo is Hyundai. Well, because I know Cambridge has the massive Toyota plant in Cambridge. Funny enough, I live in Nova Scotia and I don't fish. Funny enough, I'm Canadian and I don't play hockey, right? Asia saying howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Asia has not been around in a while. Where you been, Asia? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Robin, exactly. Hey, Asia, long time. Dungeness craving from the Gulf. What? You're crazy. Hey, bro, just give a guess which country I am from. Um, I don't know. Dude, it's awful hard because you guys can pick off where I'm from, the way I talk, way I sound, way I look, whatever like that. But for me to guess, I don't want to insult you. I don't know. Fuck. You're talking about cars. You know North American cars, so you could be Canadian or American. Um, if you're European, you'd probably be talking more along like shit like that. I don't, dude. I don't know. You want me to throw one out there? Let's just go Germany. What do I know? And Goodyear just built a factory in Ontario that only builds vehicles, vehicle tires. Is it well? Goodyear has their massive plant. Nathan, they got a massive, massive plant up in Napanee, right, which is out by Kingston. Now, is that the plant you're talking about, or is they just build? Did they build a new one? I'm smoking a doob. Nathan, light it up, burn. James Harper, how old are you? I'm 55. Hyundai is in London, Ontario, Canada. There we go. Thanks, Camille. Talking about cars, I got a 67 GMC California bed 5.3 swap. It's going to put your kids through college one day. I remember when the stock market topped 10 grand, 10K for the first time. I've lost any gains I've made since 2020 this week. You know who to thank for that? Tyrannus. We're not going to, we're not going to. I quit contributing during COVID. I didn't. I heavily invested during COVID. The stock market goes up and down, goes up, then it goes down, then it goes back up. Yeah, it's like it's like an well, there's a lot of things that go up and down, but was going to buy a Mazda, but now I'm unsure. I've never owned a Mazda. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think Skynet is from India. Okay, are we agreeing on this? Are we gonna go down this road? Let's everybody try to figure out where Skynet's from. I don't agree with multinational corporations, so I don't invest in them. It doesn't matter who you invest in. Bootlicker, if you look at any company, any of the major, with the exception, I think, of Walmart, you look at any of them, who are the biggest investors in all of those companies? BlackRock, fucking what's there's the three. They're into everything. So it doesn't matter who you're invested with or what you're doing, they're in there. Definitely East Indian. Okay, you think East Indian. A good quarter horse is 15 to 20,000. Dude, are you what you're investing in fucking in them quarter horses? Are you crazy? I'm from fucking India, but I know English fluently and I watch Throttle House, so that's why okay, there you go. Somebody who nailed that. Somebody nailed that. I think Bootlicker nailed that. I wonder if the one on Kipling Avenue is still down there by the lake. I want a right side drive Skyline Nissan. You can get those here. You can get those in Canada. I don't know how hard they're to find in the US, but you can find them here. If you guys are searching for a reliable, low maintenance cost and small car for the city conditions for daily use, search for the Kia Picanto. Kia Picanto. It sounds like a new fucking wine. New ones are pretty advanced though. Don't buy Mazda. The metal is crap. Okay, there you go. It's nighttime here, 9:30 p.m., but found your channel randomly while scrolling. Can't wait to visit Canada and leave the shithole of my country. Hey, man, you know what? Every country, I think, at some point or another, like during COVID and a lot of the shit that's gone on, I've turned around and said my country's a fucking shithole too. But you know what? I'm still proud to be Canadian. Don't ever lose that, Cyberdyne. Don't ever lose that. If you're an Indian, be proud to be Indian. You don't necessarily have to be proud of your country, but be proud of who you are. I swear the Chinese invested into Tim Hortons. I don't know about that. Rather buy a Mazda than a Ford or a Dirge. Well, I think Ford, I think Ford at one point owned Mazda, and then they resold it, or they broke it apart in parts of it when they sold it off. Not 100% sure. I just heard you fart. That'd be a neat trick. Here in the United States, people don't know how to drive. Do you guys have that problem in Canada? Auto shine, that's everywhere. That's fucking everywhere. Depends on where you are. You go to Quebec, they don't know how to drive. They don't know how to merge. They don't know how to accelerate. They don't know how to fucking. They don't know how to do nothing. They don't even speak English, half of them. So, yeah, it doesn't matter where you go. America, Canada, fucking South America, it don't make no difference. I think nobody knows. Ford, Ford, Ford stands for fucking old recycled Dodge. Fix or repair daily. Found on the road dead. It was me. I saw, was it? Okay, Kamal, sorry. Skynet's from India because he look up his YouTube bio. It's mentioned there. There you go. The W word. Uh-oh, who's saying the W word? I have a B2500 is a Ford. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Right? That Mazda B2500 is a Ford Ranger. Skynet is from Brampton. No, I think Skynet lives in India, but I know what you're saying. You know, well, you know where the border is between India and Pakistan, right? Right, Nathan? It's called Dixie Road. Dixie Road. They're just saying that because they're probably not a Trump fan. Hey, you don't have to be a Trump fan to see what's going on, or not a Trump fan. I'd like an ancient Ford Ranger, but not new. 690. So would I. So would I. Your country is what you make it. Thank you, Robin. I agreed. Mazda is Ford. Well, I think Mazda was. I think it was Ford. Mazda was bought by Ford, and I think Ford manhandled it for a few years and then got rid of it. I am an immigrant, first and foremost, but God bless America. I love it here. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Then you know what, man? Be proud of it, Felix. I like APM Auto. Agreed. Don't buy anything new. Don't buy anything new. You know, the 60s, again, my humble opinion, the 60s and 70s put out the best cars. They really did. They really did. They were the most fun. You could take those cars and you could do anything you want to them. Right? You could build onto them. There's so many things you could do with them. Today's cars, man, you want to do that with today's cars, you need, first of all, you're not a mechanic, you're a technician, and you need a degree in computer sciences. Nah. Uncomfortable, 100%. The world is a reflection of ourselves. Agreed. I never had a problem with my Escape. I don't think the Escape had a lot of problems. The Explorer or the Exploders, they had a lot of fucking issues. You forgot first on race day. No, that never happens. Felix, first on race day? No. First, maybe the first one to break down on race day. Most reliable vehicle, Toyota and Hondas. AutoShine, I agree. I agree. Aside from like my vehicles, like I prefer, I want a Dodge, I want to, whatever like that. But of the new cars, if you're going to be buying new cars, I've always bought Hondas. Right, every 3 years, my ex, always got a new Honda. I've gone Honda Civics, the Honda Pilot, like the SUV, the Honda Odyssey, the van. Always been a Honda. I've never owned a Toyota, but my daughter has had a Corolla, and always been very successful with those. So I've always had good luck, and I've always had a lot of good luck with the Toyotas, with the Hondas and the Toyotas. Flipped over what? Flipped over reservation decoration, Felix. Okay. Ford, flipped over reservation decoration. Okay. Up Dixie Road, right past the airport is the border. You got it. You got it. What's going on, Brown Chicken? The burner of wheels is here live, and yeah, dude, I'm just about ready to wind this down because now I'm getting hungry. It's 10:15 in the morning. I've been doing this for almost 3 hours. The mouth is getting tired. The brain's almost shot. The cigars. I got cold coffee, and I'm getting hungry. So I'm starting to get hangry. Ford bought a massive share of Mazda in the late 70s and 80s, then took over for a few years. Yeah, I know that because all of the Mazda pickup trucks were Ford Rangers. I think what'd they do? There was a couple of the cars they tried as well. A 70 old 442 was my first car. Oh, Buckeye, I bet you wish you had that car back, don't you? Hey, bet you wish you had that car back. My dad has a Sable, a Mercury Sable. The shit lasted till 300 clicks. Um, I think as a teenager, I had a Mercury Topaz. Couldn't kill it. Couldn't fucking kill that car. My mom had a Tempo, same car, just different badge, right? Where's my wrench? Where's my wrench? I don't know. Where's the money? Brown chicken, throw some money up. Just kidding. Nobody has wrenches. Brown chicken. Nobody gets wrenches on this channel. There's five. There's five people with wrenches. They stopped the Edge too. The Ford Edge. Oh yeah, I think so. I'll take a classic Chevy Chevelle. Auto shine all day long. Japan is beautiful. Are you talking about the cars, or are you talking about the country? The cars, I'll agree. The country, I've never been. What's up, Cuckers? Oh, Curdy, you talking dirty already, eh? I feel like once you start talking your car to taking your car to multiple shops, that's when shit goes wrong. Just pay the extra bill at the dealer to do. Well, that's why I always buy brand new cars, right? And then I buy the extended warranty. And by the time the warranty runs out, you're selling the car, right? So that's just the way I've always done it. So I don't have to worry about it. It goes to the fucking dealership anyway. Classic Chevy is the best. Bootlicker agrees. My '06 Lexus will survive 35-mile-an-hour front first into a ditch, and as only you can put it there. The CRVs, Honda CRVs. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably I would like one. I really would. I would love a CRV. Um, the problem I found, like the last time I bought a brand new Honda, I bought a 2020 Civic, right, and ran that, and then of course uh, sold that and then broke up, split from the wife. But um, look at the price on those things. APM, they're way too much. Same with the Hyundais, the Santa Fe's. And the price point on those cars are just getting fucking ridiculous. They really are. Like it's not worth the money. It's not worth the money. The Chevy Cruze go through a lot of snow for being front wheel drive car. I've never owned one. I've never driven one. I'm totally ignorant. I have to take your word for it. I don't know anything about them. What's going on, 21? You're back again? You gonna come back for a little more punishment? I'll take a 60s or 70s muscle car any day. Agreed. Again, like I said, my dream car is the '63 split window Corvette. Go Google that car. You will not see a sexier set of lines on a car when you stand on a 45 angle and you look at that car on both sides and you look at the lines and then you go behind the car and do the same thing and you look at the lines on that. You will not find a sexier car anywhere on the fucking planet. I will argue that all day long with anybody. I do not care. If you like Ford, the Fusion's okay. Probably has years to avoid for sure. They all do. APM, they all do. Hit the like button. Kevin Jones, look at your head. Look at my head. Look at your head. Yummy mac and cheese and peanut butter sandwich for lunch. Oh, Dewana, you're killing me. I'm starving. Robin, as I'm making sandwiches. There you go. Can't go wrong with a good old Chevy Impala. Oh, yeah. You could drive that thing through a brick wall, you dent the fender. Maybe put a scratch on it. You wouldn't even dent it. Not the newest Impala. No, no. Sounds yummy. Yeah, I'm agreeing. Ugh. As I'm smoking a joint. Yeah, brown chicken's gonna be eating the sandwich in about 25 minutes, right? He's gonna have the munchies. Chicken makes six. There you go. What are you smoking? Them are lots of money. Well, they ain't cheap. They ain't cheap, but they ain't that bad. Hey, new old Albertan, get back to work. Good to see you, Tank. What the hell you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Um, Tank, I'm taking a little time off. I think maybe a guy your age, you're probably the same age as me. If not, you've been trucking a long goddamn time. And you know what? I've worked, I've worked like a dog for the last 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. 6 days a week doing the contract that I was on, and I'm tired. Well, 6 days a week, 13 hours, 14 hours a day, man. And you know what? I'm taking a little time off. I'm at home now in my permanent home in Alberta. And I know you're an Alberta boy yourself. Um, but I'm taking some time off. I'm gonna sit around and relax. The truck's in good shape. It's out here as well. It's ready to go when I'm ready to get back to work. Um, Not sure what I want to do yet, though, Tank. Not 100% sure. I've got, as you can imagine, I've got a lot of options in Alberta. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do or where I want to go yet. But right now, I'm going to take a little time, get the head right, get relaxed, spend some time with my girlfriend. She's got some extended days off coming up, and we're going to bugger off probably up to the mountains for a day or so, and then maybe go do a couple other things and just do nothing, man. Just do nothing. It's all I'm looking at doing right now. Um, but man, as soon as I start and figure out what I'm going to be doing, you guys will be the first to know. Subarus are popular here they're popular here in Canada too. To be honest, it's who drives the car and how they maintain it, quality oil, gas, etc. Well, yes, to a degree. But if you're driving a shitty car, you're driving a shitty car. Twisted Minds, you look like angry Santa, angry grandpa, angry Santa, angry grandpa. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I guess. Agreed, Nathan. It's the chips. It's the computer. It's the same. It's the same in the car industry as in the trucking industry. Hank will fucking tell you, right? I guarantee you, I'd rather be driving my old Kenworth with the 60 series Detroit, pre-emission, no computers. You got an engine, a tranny, a diff, a steering wheel, and a fucking seat. That's how you truck. You open the hood on my Freightliner from the front, from the nose of my hood to the fucking front of the front of the firewall. There are more computer chips from that engine section alone than there is on any of those pre-emission trucks altogether through the whole truck. So yeah, We bought an '09 Ridgeline for wife new. That little buggy is still working great. My son has it, and yeah, I never did like the look on those though. I love my D10 V10 F250. Oh, I'd like that too. It it does a lot of dunk bastard shit. Yeah, I bet it does, Ryan. Time off well deserved. Sounds like dude, I just need some time off to get my shit straight, get my life together. Okay. So he took your fucking troll account. Jesus H Christ. Freight shakers. Hey, you know what? Freightliners are good. People laugh at them and they joke at them. But you know what? Pound for pound, for dollar for money making, you won't make more money than you will driving a Freightliner. They're reliable. They're dependable. They got the DD15 Detroit, or you get the DD13 Detroit engine. That DT12 transmission is really good. Um, Parts are readily available. You can get them. You can stand on the roof of this car and throw a rock in any direction to find parts for a Freightliner. Even during COVID, Freightliner suffered the least. So tell me a story while I smoke some pot. Been trying to find someone to listen to. Ryan, what do you want to hear? You know, what do you want to hear? You want to? What do you want? Do you want the the back in the day when we were fucking snorting fucking 6-inch lines of cocaine off a hooker's ass? Or do you want, I don't know. What kind of story you looking for here, Ryan? Like, you got to do a little better than that. How does Canada work like provinces? Our provinces would be like your states, brown chicken. Like you guys got all your states. Canada has provinces. There's like your states. Mind you, our provinces are large. Like the province of Ontario. Um, would take up probably most of your eastern seaboard. The province of Alberta, if you took Alberta, where I'm at right now, and if you took it, it borders with the state of Montana. But if you took Alberta and you just took it out and put it down over US, it would probably cover about 6 or 7 states. So we have the same deal, right? They're called provinces. And just like you guys have like your federal government, we have our federal government. You guys got your state, your state level government. We have our provincial governments, and then you have your municipal government, and it's all pretty much the same. Okay, except in the United States, you guys got Republicans and Democrats. In Canada, we have liberals, which are the Democrats, and we have the conservatives, which are the Republicans. We also have the NDPs, which are fucking nobody. Nick M, I agree. Fucking technology. I'm telling you. I worked cross country, long distance in KW and loved it. You know what? If money for money, if I was going to go buy a new truck, right? Because I'm an owner operator. If I was going to buy a truck and I just had the money to spend and blow, I'd probably go buy the new T680, the Kenworth, the new T680. I would. I'd put the X15 Cummins in it, the economy version engine in it, not the performance, and that's what I'd be. That's what I would drive because it's just so fucking comfortable. It's like fucking driving a cloud. But if I want like reliability, dependability, and pound for pound money making, Freightliner. Once I got the 250 so deep in mud and water was coming in the doors. I've done that a few times. I've done that with cars. What are your thoughts on internationals? Internationals are along the same line as internationals are like Freightliners. They're good. They're good fleet trucks, right? They're fairly cheap. They're decently built. They've got a good power plant. You can get the Cummins in them. I would never buy the international engine. But I would definitely like I look at Shannon Thomas. Shannon Thomas drives an LT. I think hers is now a year or so old, or a couple of years old. She's had very few issues with that truck. It's been a good money maker for her. So I got no problem with the internationals. They're not bad. Are they built for fucking super comfort like the Kenworth or Peterbilts are? No. Or say even the new Volvos. You get that new Volvo, that VNL 860. Is it the 860? 860 with the Globetrotter package? No, no. You'll never fucking you'll never go wrong with that. Skynet, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. You've said nothing that makes me feel bad. Trust me, I've got big shoulders and thick skin. There's nothing anybody's going to say here that's going to insult me at all. Yeah, Sterling's got the Flow Rider, the Ant Flow Rider, the big old red International. It's crazy. They're starting to make rigs automatic. Dude, they've been doing it for a long time. Volvo, believe it or not, Volvo with the iShift actually invented I think the automated transmission, the automatic, but it's automated. And then it took off. In Canada now, I'm going to be honest with you, man. For 30, I've had this Freightliner now for 4 years, right? So for 31 years, I drove 18 speed manuals. Always had a manual. And I fought kicking and screaming going into the new industry, into the new world. And with these, now I've got the truck I've got now is automatic. Is automated. I got the DT12 automated transmission. Let me tell you, I will never drive another manual for the rest of my life, for as long as I live, unless I'm doing like super heavy or big, like the big super haul, like the oversized, which I'm not going to get back into. I did that for years. But unless I'm doing something like that, then I might prefer like an 18 speed manual. But other than that, man, I am a lazy fucking cowboy driver. I really am. I am never driving another manual transmission for the rest of my life. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. I agree. I got to start wearing cowboy boots. Who says I'm not wearing cowboy boots? You can't see what I'm not. I'm wearing a pair of runners, but um, I actually got all my cowboy hats. Got my daughter brought them down from the house. So my cowboy hats arrived at my new place on Saturday. So I've got my cowboy hats. I've got my Stetson. I got my other one. So I could probably still. It'd be awful hard wearing a cowboy hat in here, though. Awful hard. But I am gonna. I do not own. I had to trash. Actually, my last set of cowboy boots got thrown in the garbage. I had to throw them out. I couldn't. I had them resold twice, and I actually had them repaired. There was nothing I could do to save them. So the cowboy boots went into the garbage. I would like to go into Calgary and get into the Alberta Boot Company and get another set made. Those ones were made in the Alberta Boot Company back in the early 2000s, believe it or not. And that's how long they lasted me, and they were custom made. I'd like to go back in, but I'm not ready to spend that kind of money on a pair of boots yet. I'd like to get myself established and get back to work and get running and blah 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 blah. So, but you know what? Oh, house or an apartment house, dude. When you go from living in a house, it's hard to go back into an apartment, right? I don't know. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. I know this little bastard's been sitting in the background listening, so now here he comes. Bought my first auto shifting KW in 2016, auto 13 worked great. Bought a new auto 10 speed in 2018, a new auto 12 speed in 2020, and a new auto 12 in 23. All worked beautifully. See? Now there's another guy, there's Chicken Hawk. He's been trucking longer than me, and even he's willing to give up the fucking manual transmission and go to the auto. You can't beat it for fuel mileage. I know Sterling says that he can, but I'm saying you can't. I cannot. And I guarantee you Chicken Hawk can't either, and neither could Guard Dog. Nobody. You cannot shift a manual transmission economically as a computer can. That computer is going to beat you every single time. Okay, every single time. I can't, and I've shifted gears for 30 years. Chicken Hawk's the same thing. I guarantee you, he cannot shift a manual transmission as well as the computer can. 2-4, you're out. Thanks, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon, man. They have the XD12. Yeah, I know about that. I was just saying that, if by chance I would probably go with the manual. If I was doing those big hauls again where, you've got, 250,000, 300,000 pounds, you're, 20 feet wide, you're 20 feet high, and you're doing that. I think I would rather have the manual just for the feel of the clutch and the gas or the accelerator, just so you have that feel. I don't know if I'd want to leave it up to the sensor, chicken hawk, the sensor on these automateds on the accelerator pedal. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to drive one. I'd have to go in and drive one and hook it onto something and pull it around to see how well it was. But yeah, I know that Kenworth's got the for the heavy haul application. They got the 18 speed autos. I think Detroit does too. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. You can jump in a Tesla truck soon. That'll never happen in my lifetime. Auto Shine, if you handed me the keys to a Tesla, I would take it for a drive around the parking lot just so I can say I drove it. That I'd either hand you back the keys or I'd light it on fire and walk away. You'll never see me driving a fucking battery operated fucking car or truck. Never happened. Not in my lifetime. Not going down, boys and girls. I'll give Tesla some credit. They look kind of cool. Teslas don't have keys, they got cards. Well, then fine, I'll throw the card back to you. I'm not driving one way or the other, Ryan. I ain't driving it. I don't give a shit what you do. We were already talking about that as well, Chicken Hawk. You kind of stepped in at the last here. We've been going for over 3 hours, but yeah, the battery. Just never mind the Tesla, but just the battery. Will never. The battery operated truck will not be in the mainstream for a long time. It won't be around for, they won't be able to make that. They can make the truck work, but they can't get the economics of it, and they can't get the infrastructure set up for it. It's just not feasible to do. Not in the next 5 years. Well, Chicken Hog, I agree with that, and not only just yard jockey application. Like I know that ET. I think Ronan's got a couple electric trucks that do like local city work, just bopping around the city. Right? They get 8 hours out of a charge, and the truck's only running for six, and they're just running, doing quick LTL drops and picks all run around the city. I think it'll work for that, but for doing what you and I do, Mike, I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work. I don't think that. Well, not that I don't think it'll work. It won't work. What am I fucking saying? It won't work. We don't have enough copper even on the planet. Yeah, there you go. You're gonna run out of resources before you run out of fucking applications, right? You can only pull so much shit out of the ground, then you're gonna run out of it. Like I said earlier, they have our whole world right now. The North America, Canada, U.S., Mexico. Our whole world is set up to run on fossil fuels for the next 120 years, but yet they already know they're going to run out of it in the next 70. They're going to run out of oil and gas before they have a new system in place to take over. What can you do, boys? What can you do, girls? That's just the way it is. Luckily for guys like me and Chicken Hawk and shit like that, uh, we won't be around to see it. No, I won't have to fucking deal with it. You know, I won't have to deal with that. So that's all good. You know what? Hands are getting a little sore. Stogie keeps going out, so I think it's the world telling me we should shut this shit down. And I'm fucking hungry. I'm fucking hungry. So brown chicken was making sandwiches, smoking a joint, making sandwiches, and all of a sudden I got a hunger on. Right? Damn. I might have to go home and make something to eat. I got nothing to do today. I got nothing to do today but some laundry. I'm today is I'm gonna relax today. You know, girlfriend's gonna come home, probably do some dinner and maybe relax and watch some TV, and that's just about it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go barbecue shopping. I'm gonna go barbecue shopping. I do need a new barbecue for the house. So I think because I do like to I barbecue all year round. I am a true Canadian. Robin, you'll appreciate this, right? Doesn't matter. 35 feet of fucking snow and it's minus 20, and I am out there in my work boots and my fucking shorts and my t-shirt barbecuing. What? We aren't mining on Mars yet? No. I'm for eggs and steak and eggs. Auto shine again, dude. I really like the way you think. Yeah. You need to come around, man. Sub to the channel. Sub to the channel, Auto Shine. Come on in. I like the way you think. We can chat anytime, man. Love the way you're thinking. You were trucking all night? Well, yeah, what's today? Today, oh, son. Okay, yeah, you guys took off yesterday. So, yeah. Go make yourself a leg sandwich. I had that for, well, I'm not going to tell you what we did for breakfast, but get a smoker. You know what, Robin? Smoker, yeah. I had one. It wasn't my thing. I had one when we were in Ontario at the big house in Ontario where we had the property and shit. I had the smoker. I think I used it, I don't know, 4 times. It wasn't my thing, the smoker. I am a diehard barbecue guy. I'd like a Traeger, sorry, not Kreger, a Traeger. I'd really like one of those. But I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go check out Canadian Tire. I'll go check out Rona, go check out Home Depot, Home Hardware. All the barbecues are going to be coming up on sale shortly. So I think I'm going to go pick out what I want and just wait for it to go on sale and get one. But with that, you know what, guys? I'm going to take off because now I'm on top of now I'm hungry. Now I got to have a piss, and I don't see a bathroom around here, but only a mile from the house. So I think I can make it to the house before I wet my pants. So with that, you know what? I'm going to take off. You know what? Let's get you guys all want to hang out. Let's do it again tomorrow, right? I'll drop the girlfriend at work. She starts work at 6:30. Let's say we go live between 6:37 tomorrow, and we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll start out. We'll come on out. We'll park right here. We'll watch the sunrise, and then we can just shoot the shit and let's get it going. Tolga, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Auto Shine, you're awesome as well. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. You ever in Vermont? I'll have your truck ready for a truck show. Hey, dude. Uh, I don't do a lot through Vermont because you know why? I love Vermont. It's a beautiful state, but there's no money for me in Vermont. Very little, like there's freight that goes into Vermont, but there's nothing coming out for us, right? So usually I'm driving Maine or down into New York to get freight to come out to pay. So it's not worth it to me really to go to Vermont. I'm eating my dinner. There you go. Everybody go get it. Flatbed, thanks for hanging, brother. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tolga, out of here, baby. Robin, as always, take care of yourself. All right, guys, later.